What's a black grand national? Fuck being rational. Give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I ain't chasing cheap ass. Shit, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. You need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay a bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, look, how many shit I seen? Seen them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and routines for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I admit that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Nigga feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yeah. Then it's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Somebody gotta do it, got my foot up.
Day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly. But thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help. No one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching.
Hey man, what the fuck is up? It's Dirt Sheet Radio, your weekly night show if you're watching live, but your weekly Dirt Sheet weekend pro wrestling show if you're listening on demand whenever you want. YouTube says we can curse in the first 2 seconds again, which was like, yes. Oh, well, that was interesting. That was a fun few once. Censorship. To scare people away. I don't want you to get a wrong idea of what this show is.
Who we are as people.
It's been a long week of pro wrestling, Greg. There was a lot that happened. A lot of big things. A lot of stressful things. But if you want, join us, join the conversation, leave some comments, press like, share it, subscribe if you're on YouTube, retweet if you're on Twitter, or Re-X. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, man. So I guess the big story of the week, Hulk Hogan passed away, 71 years old.
Yes.
That was a big thing. That was really big. Greg, well, I the circumstances of his live at 3 a.m. That's how we do. Live at 3 a.m. for you, my friend. Dirty Radio is international. It won't be 3 a.m. for me for a little while. But thanks for joining us. Hulk Hogan died of a cardiac arrest. He was medics tried to save him, but they couldn't. He was 71. He was probably the biggest box office draw in American wrestling history for a long time.
Very long time.
He might have been surpassed. I didn't look up the numbers.
A lot of people will argue that he was surpassed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. There are a lot of people who are. There are a lot of supposedly very trustworthy accounts that he was certainly surpassed in revenue by Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that's the kind of thing that gets argued annoyingly by like the well, you have to account for inflation people.
I laughed because I listened to the Wrestling Observer after Hulk Hogan died, and Dave Meltzer is very factual when he talks. Sometimes he doesn't think
Almost
about
autistically.
very. And he was talking about Hogan and the guy that's co-hosting. He's like, yeah, he's like the biggest draw of all time, and Dave, or he's like the most famous wrestler in the history, the biggest household name in history. And Dave is like, well, you have to think about El Santo, and you have to think about like he named like I was like, damn, Dave,
He's like,
it's
he's like, Dave,
probably
fuck
isn't the
you.
time. But yeah, no, he had a complicated legacy. Everybody said that. Those are the words everybody used. Complicated legacy.
Yeah, God, complicated.
I didn't think it was that complicated. I thought it was pretty simple. I thought, I thought that was an interesting word to use that people were using.
I, 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 I feel like complicated legacy is the word people use when they really want to describe the point that their position on it is complicated. That it brings up what for them is complicated emotions.
I,
When the legacy is actually quite simple.
I like how ABC described it. They described it as deeply
Go for it.
flawed.
Sure.
Like, well, that makes I like that one. Greg, what's your experience as a fan of wrestling? You were watching wrestling shortly after Hulk Hogan left the WWF, right? But
Yes.
did you
My
watch WCW at all?
so yeah, the pay-per-view that got me into wrestling was King of the Ring '93. It was the show that made me the unapologetic Bret Hart mark I am today. It is, in retrospect, also, yeah. When did you start watching wrestling, Greg? Oh, the WWF show when Hogan left his last match for the fucking company up until like the 2000s. Which is like a very auspicious time to start watching the WWF, right? Like, yeah, you showed up during that weird period. Good luck.
A lot of people
Um,
consider it one of the worst periods in WWF history, but no, go ahead.
right, right. And it like in full, it's true. As a child, because those memories end up always being a little different. I just remember it as the Brett years, and for me, those were fantastic. But that's how that goes. The point is, no, I didn't follow Hulk to WCW because I didn't even have an awareness of WCW like that at the time. So it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, the Hogan guy left. Well, my man's over here in the pink. It's, so I'm down with him, and that's who I followed. Like,
I
and I was aware, obviously, of Hogan's. Like you can't not be. I was aware of who Hulk Hogan
yeah.
was as a star. I was aware of like the fact that he was in these movies. Because I think I had seen like the Mr. Nanny flick at some point around that time.
Why?
Because I was a child, John, and children make foolish
Ha-
decisions.
have some fucking taste, child. That's what I would say to my son.
I watched all dogs. I also watched All Dogs Go to Heaven. So
Okay, well, that's tasteful. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful film.
Probably not for a small boy, but um,
I I
I did not follow him all WCW, which was your question. No, I did not really. I knew about it. It like WCW was something that did not really get into my purview very much. A little, but like until there was Nitro, I did not have a consistent um awareness of it. And even then, like I didn't have a consistent awareness of Nitro, so like I have no memory of WCW until well into the NWO era.
so were you a Hogan fan in like 2003 Mr. America days? 2002
Uh,
NWO return?
by that point, I had I guess you could say I had like a respect for what Hogan did. Uh, as a super fan of some sort, like as an obsessive fan, I had watched the old stuff. like one of my favorite pay-per-views to watch as far as old stuff as a kid was WrestleMania 4 with where Randy Savage does the one night tournament. Once again, I my favorite things are these shows that Hogan was on, but I was totally into somebody else.
How you doing, Jesus? We're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Because people
Days
keep
before
asking him questions about
SummerSlam.
it. Yeah, so like these I keep finding myself talking about Hogan in a sense where it's like, yeah, I was totally into somebody else, but Hogan was on that show. Um so like I remember him doing like the hilarious it's hilarious now because they had a relationship and people talk about it. The Donald Trump promo.
I don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, the one it's the pro because like he's got the rematch with Andre on WrestleMania 4, right? So it was like the rematch 1 year after the big main event at 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
Sure.
I actually I do know what you're talking about now that you mention it. No.
The fault line.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that promo. Like I thought that promo was ridiculous as a kid. So like in my fucking 30s, that promo is now a conversation piece where it's just like, yo, this promo's fucking crazed. What is he talking about?
I just I I just never like I I respect Hulk Hogan's opinion. Not his opinions. God, good lord, no, not his opinions.
Oh, way to talk
Jesus,
yourself into a corner there,
that's a
buddy.
horrible. That's a horrible clip. You don't want to clip that, but he. I respect his
Sir, you
accomplishments.
are recorded as
Okay,
saying
I'm not gonna say
this on July 31st.
I I'm obviously you know the kind of wrestling I enjoy, and it's not Hulk Hogan's kind of wrestling. Oh
Sure.
gosh, Greg, you better get that mic away from your breath stream. But I
To be clear, remind me again, when did you get in?
I started watching wrestling in 1998, and
Okay,
then I
yeah.
stopped watching it in 2001 because of Booker T and Buff Bagwell, and then I started watching again in 2003.
Damn,
So
not
I
only did that
actually
show ruin WCW, it ruined you.
Yeah, I actually skipped. I missed the whole Hulk Hogan and WWE thing. I got in, and he was having blow off match with McMahon, and then I think they did a Roddy Piper thing. I vaguely remember a Roddy Piper thing, and then he just goes away forever, like he
Okay.
just disappears. I didn't have a connection to Hulk Hogan. The biggest connection I had was when he came and saved Eugene at WrestleMania 21, and I was like, "Ha, that's cool." He saved him from the terrorist.
Yeah.
Uh, not that's what
And they made a
WWE told me. That's
they
that
made a
WWE.
huge production of it.
Yeah, his music played. The Shawn Michaels feud was again
Okay.
another one for me where Shawn Michaels super kicked him on the 4th of July, and I already thought that
And
was
the
cool
old
as
man
fuck.
promos.
Yeah, I already was on Shawn Michaels' side. I don't think Hulk Hogan had any favor with me either because all my first experiences with him was when he was old, and before that was in documentaries where people were talking about how much he put them down and how he fucking snitched on
Also, not
Jesse
the WWE
Ventura.
ones.
No, I was you know me, I was watching shoot interviews and shit.
When you say documentaries, it's like the productions.
Yeah, they have obviously they have the Monday Night War stuff too, and even on there they talked about how Hulk Hogan and them put people down. Like you
Yeah.
can't even in a sanitized version of history, you couldn't you couldn't avoid that aspect of it. But
Which is kind of funny in retrospect in the sense that like there's always been discussions about like Hogan not being the greatest guy in a wrestling context, but they've never gone so far as to do the full stop like Ultimate Warrior takedown piece.
yeah, but they can't. They love him and he loves them. And the only problem that they had was that he left, and then he came back, and then they love him again. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it. They did Hogan versus Orton, and the biggest thing I remember about that was when Orton RKO'd him on the car. I don't,
Yes.
I don't
And
remember that
slid
match at
off
all.
like a G.
I don't remember that match at all.
I don't
And
think the
I,
match ever did it happen.
it, I don't think it did. I don't think it
I don't think
did.
it did.
And if it did, it's probably better forgotten. But I, for some reason, don't think it happened. Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. Obviously, everybody remembers Shawn Michaels overselling because he didn't like that Hulk Hogan was politicking backstage. These are the memories I had of him. But I already had thought of him as like, this guy's a snitch or whatever. So when people started turning against him because of
Hulk Hogan versus
racism,
Randy Orton did happen. SummerSlam 2006.
interesting. I'm scared to revisit that. I don't want to. I don't think I want to. I'd watch the Shawn Michaels match again.
Okay, because that's ridiculousness. Absolute utter ridiculousness from Shawn.
I already didn't like the man. So when people were like racist, I was like, join the fucking club, man. That's another fucking reason. There you go. I knew something was off. So I'm the last person. I just know that, I also know that he was a big deal. There's no WWF success without Hulk Hogan.
Right.
I don't know if I get
He
into
is the
pro
man that-
wrestling without WWF, because I don't know that they would have been on cable, so I don't know if I would have been able to access it. Like, I'm not sure how I would have found it. I'm not sure if it would have came across my lap until I was old.
Yeah, arguably a lot of the places the entire industry goes doesn't happen without what we know to be the Hulkamania craze, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Hogan wins. I'm not even surprised, Zachary. I'm not. I'm just not. That doesn't surprise me at all. I just want to. I should look up the clip to see Randy Orton taking the big boot and leg drop. Seriously.
oh, you don't have to look up the clip. The leg drop is the thumbnail.
Oh God, great. I don't listen. I know. I'm trying to be respectful because he's dead.
But you don't have to be
but he
dishonest
didn't-
about what the truths are. But
he didn't like me. He wouldn't have liked me as a person. Like, I don't know why.
see, the hilarious thing I hear about it is that like he probably would never like. He probably wouldn't even go so far as to dislike you as a person until you try to like
No,
date his fucking daughter or something.
he didn't even like me as a concept. Like, let alone a person. I gotta get to know your brother. All right, that's my thing, right? People are gonna get mad. They're gonna leave. It's the middle of the night. The thing that I kept seeing was people were like, he just said the word. He just said the N word. I was like, no, man, it's not even the word. Bro. It was what he was expressing. He could have used any other words, and it still would have been horrible. Like,
Sure.
he didn't even have to use the slur. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's like the thing. Like, okay, it's a word, fine, but it was the expression and the thought and the non-apology that
I don't think it's
justifies.
ever been just the word.
No, but that's the defense. That's kind of the defense.
Yeah, it's just a hilarious defense. It's just like, do you not think these words have meanings, you silly person?
I don't know. It's like people make mistakes. Like that Joey Swole guy. They canceled him.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Or he canceled himself. Like, he was like, I quit because people were making fun of me. Like, oh,
You
big,
said coloreds.
you big baby. He was like, no, we all make mistakes. And then he said coloreds very, very casually, like he uses it in everyday conversation. I was like, "Wah!"
What was that? What's the joke I always make? Don Johnson says the N word in Django, like he said it that morning before he got the set.
Listen,
It just
man,
came so naturally to him. It was like, that was too easy. I don't like you.
it's like, I try to talk about things objectively, but I don't want to lie to myself. I would not be happy that somebody died. You can't be happy somebody died. I would not celebrate a death. That's fucked up. Life is over. He didn't get a chance to apologize, which is what
Sure.
the problem is. So, like, that's why I wouldn't be like, oh man, I'm glad he's dead. But also, like, I'm not like, he's never been on a pedestal for me in the first place. So I respect everybody else's reaction. I respect it if you think that he should be celebrated. I'm not mad at you. I know some people are like, fuck you for being on Hogan's side. I'm like, I don't. People thought of him like a superhero. Like, it's hard to let go of that for them. For me, I never had that. I never had that problem with him, so it's very easy. That's just what it is. But I'm also not mad at you if you do.
Yeah, I think that's what's interesting for us in this conversation. I guess is that like neither one of us, because we both got into professional wrestling at particular times where he was not the focal point, especially you, because where he was not only not the focal point but just way past that. Like, don't have that early childhood idyllic heroism ideal of him that got broken down by his actual in real life actions. He was just like that dude we hear about, you know? Like the closest thing I ever had to that personally, which didn't last very long because like I realized that my idyllic idea of him was ridiculous to begin with as a person. Like I said it on here, it's just like, oh man, Brett really slept with a lot of prostitutes.
Didn't he? Sunny days, Greg.
No, again, I don't believe that one. If only because they were both so open about the people they slept with, but never mentioned each other. What are the odds?
We all have
Um,
secrets.
of places. But like I don't get too tied into that because I don't have any idyllic illusion of Hulk Hogan to break. I I don't dislike him the way a lot of other people did. Like he's mostly just because I never took it personally. It's just like whatever, stupid old white man says something stupid.
I mean, I've never dismissed it either. I'm not like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. No, it's pretty damning. I'm like, fuck that.
It was obviously a huge deal to
I'm pretty
his
easy to
position.
throw his ass out for that one. No, I'm good. I'll take that one. I understand what he was saying, and I didn't like it. I'll put that one on my chest. You could go away, old man. But the WWE was quick to forgive him, and I guess Mark Henry tells the story of how he tried to get him to do some charity work and
Apologies.
apology stuff, and Hogan kind of blew him off. And once you hear those stories, it's easy for me to go dismiss the old man. So again, I
No,
never
no,
had him
my
on a
favorite one was
pedestal.
when my favorite one was when he kind of sort of did the apology, but was really just like, hey, be careful what you say around here. Everything's got a recording device on it. Like that's not an apology, Hogan.
Yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks. And people are gonna say people will use a lot of straw man things, like. But what about Stone Cold and what about fucking Ric Flair and all that? And it's like, one, I think Stone Cold was paid his debt to society on that one,
Sure.
in a way. And Ric Flair, I don't know. I think the Teddy Long story was really crazy. And that one's a mark. And there's already reasons why you can hate Ric Flair, and I won't blame you for it. But
Yeah, and
him I did have
Ric
on a
Flair,
pedestal. It's harder to let go of. I was like,
Ric Flair, I think also is just like somebody the wrestling business has been very quick to throw away because of some stuff that came out with him too. It's just like the stuff that people start getting uppity about throwing away for, we'd already heard about.
throw his ass out too. Fuck it.
So like I don't know. I don't think that strongman stuff works. I know Austin has been. I think Austin. I don't know. I won't say I know, but I think in my memory, like Austin's been pretty open about the fact that
He
he
can't talk
wasn't
about
like
it.
a good person.
He can't talk about it. I remember reading that in his book. He
Oh,
can't.
because of legal things.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Then.
I
Uh,
but yeah. Ultimately, Hulk Hogan, WWE did 3 fucking tributes for him. I was like, holy shit,
yes.
in a
I
row.
suspect there will be. I suspect there will be more. I don't think they're even done yet.
Well, they didn't do one on Evolve. No, I don't know. I don't watch that
That's
show.
so stupid.
I don't fucking know. I don't watch that shit. Uh, anyway, ho- like rest in peace, or not. I don't know. It depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Sure. I like I said, I find the whole complicated uh like legacy idea to be very funny. My emotions about Hulk Hogan are not complicated. He evidently was not a great person, but I I can always say I enjoyed him as a wrestler. And that was the funniest thing. I've always sort of defended Hulk Hogan the wrestler, if only because like he in America he wasn't a fucking super great wrestler by most standards, especially today. But
I
I feel like um, personally speaking, I think if you watch those matches and you don't see something worth learning, then you're not looking at the right stuff.
like I was gonna say, I don't think he was a I don't think he was a bad wrestler. I just don't think I liked his style. But it was undeniably a good wrestler. He made
Because
all
it
that
worked.
money. Like how could he be a bad wrestler if if it was so successful? Like that's
No,
he's
no, see, John, the children are wrong.
I like when you it's just my definition of what makes a good wrestler. It does not include the things that make him a good wrestler to other people. That's
Sure.
it. Like I'm in it for the violent dance, you know.
Which is
Uh
why it's always hilarious when like, and granted, I've done it too because I've noticed the difference. It's always hilarious in a conversation when you see the Hogan in Japan come up because it always happens.
yeah. I I always think that's funny as fuck cuz if you hear that a lot and then you go and you watch them, you'll be like well, that wasn't that crazy. Like that wasn't even that different from the stuff he does. He added in that X bomber and insecurity. like,
But he also
like
he also he expresses like a level of chain wrestling, and like he knows how to actually apply holds.
he did a fucking hammerlock. like, like it's not even crazy. He just had you have to wrestle that style because you're being placed into that style. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
you're the
that
outsider here, brother.
you have to wrestle like that. Like if you're not, you're going to look awkward and stupid. That and he was good at. That's what I'm saying. Like he was a
And then Fujinami's gonna break your ankle. No, kidding.
like if he was a bad wrestler, he wouldn't have been able to do that. You know, like he had success in Japan, he had success in America before the WWF. He was a
Yeah.
big ass star. That Rocky shit wasn't that pre WWF. Didn't he get picked up for Rocky in the AWA?
No, he got
Okay,
picked up. He got so like because that's a big part of the old WWF story, because he got fired by Vince Senior for Rocky.
yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that he had to get brought back, and when they brought him back, it was like he's Hulk Hogan, and he's gonna be our guy.
So yeah, it is pre Hulkamania, but like
Yeah,
not pre WWF if you consider working for Vince Senior, I guess. If
he was
that's
still
you know.
he was still big in America, which is why they came for him in the first place. One to fuck
Yes.
Vern Gagne because Vince really hated him. Uh, Vince was signing people from AWA that he had no intention of using just so that they can fail.
The Ganyas and McMahons hate each other so much that I can't believe either story about each other from either.
It's great. It's incredible. You have to go back and read the publications and then make what you will of the facts. You'd be like, Vince paid these two guys. They were commentary dudes that he didn't use. He just wanted the fucking AWA to fail. Like,
My
uh,
favorite part of that story is Ganya, and this might be true, is Ganya saying that like everyone left immediately except Heenan, who actually finished his dates and then left.
Sorry, boss. Anyway, man. Again, cool accomplishments or whatever. Not my guy. Rest in peace. Hope the journey to wherever he's going, it goes well.
You know what, I hope the best for the people who did care about him. Oh, matter of fact, I
Huh?
thank you for bringing that up because I'll say this.
Oh shit, he's gonna
Uh
send him now.
no, I will say this, and I think if there's anything that I think is just a little like I don't know if you call it a bright light or something, just something shiny about the whole situation. I think in our lives, John, I think you'll agree with me to this at some point. We should all be lucky to have somebody who is so loyal to us, like fucking Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart. God damn, if there's anybody to
Jimmy
feel
Hart
bad
is
for,
going through it right now.
Tim, he lost everything. There was no path forward for Jimmy now.
You know,
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Jimmy has been through it with that man since we've known him, right? Like he's been his foe, and then they rode together, and like it's been sort of Jimmy and Hogan the whole time. Jimmy Jimmy wrote Hogan's entrance music.
Jimmy
Uh,
wrote a lot of music.
yes,
Some
he did.
some some music you're not even sure if he did right, but people tell
Yeah,
you he did.
you're absolutely right. In fact, I remember watching it back. I watched it back. Um, Again, we go back to Catering '93 because I'm a fucking nerd, and like I watched all the matches that were on the showcase mode for the video game, and it was King of the Ring '93, Hogan and Yokozuna. So I threw that match on, and I've never even noticed it. The first few lines in his fucking WCW theme that Jimmy wrote are in that promo.
Oh shit.
So it's like you were talk about knowing you were on the way out, right? Jimmy had the first few lines of that theme song written.
He was already set. He already got the word. Hulk, give me the word, Hulkster. Give me the word.
So like, yeah, we should all be so lucky and so fortunate to have somebody as loyal and as I guess as good of a friend as Jimmy Hart. If there's anybody you could have condolences for, obviously whatever family that still loved Hulk and was still good to him. Uh, have condolences for Jimmy. He lost a good friend of his, obviously.
Yeah, man, good for him. If he shared the kind of thoughts that Hulk Hogan did, then fuck him too. The
Sure,
next
that's
subject.
well, like I guess you can't. I will say because this is the last Hogan thing that spark on because I saw it earlier today and I thought it was interesting. Apparently, a lot of people were getting on Brooke Hogan for not being present
I don't know. Maybe.
at a bunch of
Maybe.
those things. What?
I said maybe. She said so. But she also was
I
already.
said apparently.
Yeah. I mean, she also was this estranged.
Yeah, and she claims that she was never invited.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm probably sure they just didn't want us to hear the no, or they they just like never mind.
Perhaps. Supposedly, also, I don't know who did what. Like the version of the story I heard was that like Brooke had herself taken out of the will and out of any connection with the family,
Yeah.
and went to strike it out on her own. Which, if
Yeah.
that is true, that is commendable to some degree.
No, she says she didn't want to do. She didn't want anything to do with the eventual financial battle that will occur after he dies, because the people around him were taking advantage of him, and he wouldn't listen to her. That
To a level of degree, that's very believable.
yeah, that sounds like she's probably talking directly
Um,
about Jimmy Hart.
perhaps you're probably right.
Who else be around him? Eric Bischoff and Jimmy Hart. Get
That's
them away
probably
from him.
true. Like, listen, we saw or heard, all about all the stuff that happened with Stan Lee. So, like, that is absolutely believable.
Stanley's daughter was using his blood for like autograph ink. It was like some sick, crazy shit, though.
Oh, I didn't hear about the blood stuff. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy. Jesus
yeah, it's
Christ.
insane. Like I said, man, I respect all you fans that loved Hulk Hogan. If you loved Hulk Hogan and you feel sad that he died, I'm sad that you're sad. For his family, I'm sad that his ex-wife and his wife and his daughter and his son, I'm sad that they're sad. I'm sad that Jimmy Hart is sad. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. That's just me. He didn't. Those words were stinging. And then he didn't
Sure.
apologize. So keep them and take them with you wherever you're going. I did want to talk about this Cody Rhodes thing that came out right before we went on the air. That shit is funny. I was like, what? He's ever since he left AEW, he's been kind of quiet about it, but also like subbing it, like like it's funny because he keeps inching towards saying what happened and pulling back right before he gets there.
Yeah.
He was offended by something. Something has greatly offended him. Yeah, obviously. and so now we got a little bit more of an insight, which I'm gonna play the video.
Before it was just personal. Now it's personal and offensive.
I'm gonna play the video so you can see what he says, and then we're gonna talk about some like what I have always thought it was. Because even before I saw this video, when he first left AEW, I said he was mad that Tony Khan took full control. The report was that Cody, Kenny, the Young Bucks had creative powers in AEW when it first started. They were helping tell the stories across the board. And there were people pitching stuff and they were taking fucking collaboration. And then that led to the fucking decline of ratings in the first year. By that December in 2019, even I was skipping Dynamites. I was like, God, this is rough. He took the book from them for immediately. This is a story. In 2020, he takes creative for himself. And he shuts people out, and then he writes The Road to Revolution 2020. For a long time, that was considered the tightest AEW had been. I said there and then was when Cody began the end of Cody. I said that shit way back then. This is the beginning of the end. And of course, as time goes on, we see this kind of struggle of what the way Cody wants to present himself and the way AEW fans and even the show itself struggled to acclimate to him. Like he felt like he was in an island by himself, and people reacted that way. They didn't care about Cody. They thought he was fucking babyface shit was boring. They wanted him to turn. They were booing him. He was trying to do this John Cena act, and they were throwing his shit back at him. The belt, the wave belt that they threw back at Cody, these things sting as a person. And they all pile on and they all come like it starts with me losing power. And now this guy is pressuring me to turn heel. And I don't want to fucking turn heel. And now all these fans are trying to fuck me over. And then Tony's not doing me any favors. He's not trying to strengthen me as a babyface because he wants me to turn. So I'm going to take this idea that I have and I'm going to go to WWF with it.
I distinctly remember you saying it feels like there's an AEW show and there's Cody's show, which is completely separated from the rest of the company.
That's pretty much how it felt. And now we got this quote from him that sounds similar to what I already thought.
There's clearly bad blood, but there's also clearly respect and love. And in the end, the way I kind of see it is if I felt disrespected ever at WWE, that's one thing. That's a company that was built. Look at this glass. You know, that's the Yankees. That's the flagship of it all. If I ever felt there, you know, I was a number on a sheet maybe, but feeling disrespected at something I built.
Yeah.
With my friends and with us that we built, feeling disrespected there, I wouldn't stand for it. And I think Brandy and I both, I'm so blessed to have her. It was one of those where it was, it. I did way more here than you think. And you're going to find out the moment I'm out the door. I don't believe in like the cold-hearted, backstabby type of revenge. The greatest revenge on earth is success. And I felt like we were sitting on something wonderful, something great, a huge, potentially with what I was doing with the American Nightmare as a bad guy, as a good guy, as something in between. We're sitting on something magic. And if I'm not going to do it in the house that I literally, with Matt, Nick, and Kenny built, then buddy, I'm going elsewhere.
And I still think he overstates his importance, but it's my opinion. I think
to the infrastructure or to the show?
To the show. I think he was definitely a big part of the beginning of AEW, but I don't think that it wouldn't have started without him. Like I think the integral part is Tony Khan and the fucking Kenny Omega and that fucking match he had with Chris Jericho that sparked the idea in the first place. Because as the story goes, they were already working towards he was already smooching and smudging fucking TV executives
Mhm.
before they even did All In. Things fell into place that way. Uh, All In, obviously Cody, man, he's a big part of AEW. I think that he was offended when Tony Khan decided that it was his and not theirs. Which
Mhm.
which is kind of what happened, right? Uh, it's mine. Wait, it's mine, and you're fucking it up. Give it here, give it here. They're fighting over the remote, and Cody decides. And he says here he uses the word disrespect, and in the word disrespect you can place many different things. What would cause Cody Rhodes to feel disrespect in the context of pro wrestling? Was Tony Khan just saying bad words to him? I doubt it. We can cross that off the
Sure.
list. What would make a wrestler feel disrespected in that way? The way that they're planning on using him is how I think. That's what I think is the most likely disrespect that he could be talking about. He might have seen himself in a position that they didn't see him in.
Right.
But I struggle to figure out what that is now, because is he just saying that he wanted to be the top guy and Tony Khan was like, I've got different ideas? Like, I want to be the guy, I want to be the quarterback, I want to be the world champion, and Tony's like, I've got this fucking hangman thing. You know, like, is that what Cody means by disrespect? Or like, or was it something else? Was Tony there's this I really want to figure it out. Obviously there's a million things it could be, but you can narrow it down
Mhm.
with just, process of elimination. We know what it isn't. We know what it
Okay.
probably isn't. Then it comes down to, I think, a creative thing or something to do with Brandy. which was another off theory that we had, which was like maybe Tony was like, hey, we don't really need Brandy. And Cody was like, hey, what the fuck? But I don't think that's the case, because if you look throughout AEW history, he's very happy to hire people's spouses and to put two sources of income into the same household. Sometimes for people that he doesn't need, sometimes even backstage. Like 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 he hired Chris Hero for his agent, and then he has Chris Hero's girlfriend as a wrestler, but like she doesn't do shit. She just works there.
Elevate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just gets paid. And Tony's like, hey, I'm a billionaire. I'll fucking pay people if I want to. Like, I guess. But so yeah, I don't think it was the Brandy thing. I do think it was Cody's presentation. And then people say, well, Cody booked himself into that hole. And I always say that's not really permanent. I think you're confusing two things. Like, that's a story thing. You can abracadabra that on any episode of Dynamite. Like,
Sure.
and the rule is gone. Like, it's that simple. I don't believe that that's real. I don't think he was really in a box where he couldn't become world champion. So I'm eliminating that too. I think that he wanted to be the guy, like he is in WWE right now. And I think Tony Khan had different ideas. And I think they clashed on what that was. And I think the compromise was what we saw on TV.
Mm.
And that wasn't working for anybody. It wasn't working for AEW. It wasn't working for Cody. So he was right. And if he wasn't going to drive the car and they were going to clash like this, then he was right to go to WWE, where Vince would drive instead. But it worked out. It definitely worked out. He's the top guy now. He's the quarterback. He's doing commercials and he's doing everything he always wanted to do.
Just a captain.
I always suspected that's what he always wanted to do, though.
You suspected it during AEW.
I suspected before AEW was a thing. when he was on the fucking Bullet Club and he was wearing his suit and being the odd guy out. And I was like, this fucking WWE presentation, like,
John, did you know that the Bullet Club was not profitable until Cody got there?
yeah, and his revolution is history all the time now. Bro, he is such a...
Revisionist, John.
I said revolution.
You said revolutionist, yes.
Yeah.
He
I'm thinking of it.
revolutionized the Bullet Club.
Yeah, fuck you, Cody. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I don't know him in real life. He seems a little fake, but that's because wrestlers are fake by nature. They're liars.
Sure.
They lie for a living. But something about Cody seems like he like he's lying all the time. Like I wouldn't even want to be his friend. Like he seems like a scary. Like damn, that's a scary guy to be around. Like
He taught Brian how to lie.
his real friends are dudes that don't care. He's got Zack Ryder and respect for himself.
Jesus,
I know Cody doesn't care about me, but I care enough about both of us.
that's harsh.
Oh gosh. We got WWE Unreal on Netflix this week. Greg, you started to watch it. Where'd you get up to?
I saw 2 episodes of the show,
I
and we
saw
both
one.
realized those. And then me and my girlfriend both realized like these are an hour long. We're
They're very
tired.
long. They're interesting. I saw one. I watched one and I wanted to kind of see what the vibe was. And they were it was what I thought it would be. It was like Total Divas for men. Essentially, it was. It was like
That's called what's that show on Netflix with the reality show football show?
but I'm not sure. They did one for the F1 too, right? The racing.
I think they did.
Yeah, they had said they wanted to do something like that when they first bought WWE. I mean, when they first bought the rights. So I'm not surprised that we got this. I just think it's funny to see people using it like as evidence. Like, look, you see, Triple H and The Rock were talking about this heel turn. That they never
So
mentioned Cody.
Fun quick aside. There was an AEW show that I think it followed the New York. I think it followed the New York Giants. There was an NFL show on Netflix, right? It was like a reality show. I think it followed like the inner workings of the New York Giants throughout the season, right? And this is the year that the Giants traded the guy who ended up going viral for leaping over a grown ass man.
Oh, they were.
I know you've seen, huh?
They got. I know. I saw them get ridiculed for that.
Yes. You heard about the man who leaped over another grown ass man, and then the Giants got a lot of shit for that, right? Like that happened, and then there's clips of them talking about trading this man and whatnot. And basically after that, it's like, yo, nobody wants to do the show because nobody wants people inside hearing these conversations anymore.
Kind of like
Because
what
it's
happened.
basically, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's kind of like what happened at Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh yeah. Once the Flair thing happened and people realized they could get in trouble still, it's like, oh shit, nobody wants to do this anymore.
Shut this shit down. Shut it down. But yeah, no, this WWE Unreal show.
Really?
No, I just you breathed into the mic, so I reacted to it, so people would know. I heard it. I heard it. I heard what you heard. This WWE Unreal show wasn't bad. It's just like it. WWE is not gonna show a fucking argument between Triple H and The Rock about whether or not Cody Rhodes should be a babyface. Like that's just not gonna happen. It's fucking possible unless they want it to be part of a story that they're telling on their television show, which it isn't. The story they told was that Triple H came up with this idea and put it by The Rock and put it by.
I didn't get to that. I don't even think they really got into that part yet.
No, I saw the clip. People the next morning were
okay.
clipping and sharing and talking about it and talking about what was real, talking about what was fake.
I've been ignoring a lot of the clips so I could just watch the show.
I have to be part of the Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist. Goddamn you.
I don't care. I read these words. I never have to say them out loud. It's very weird.
Just did.
It's very weird. I don't like it. My fingers on the pulse, all up inside of it, all squishy and curled up and grabbing it by the pelvis.
Okay.
All up in the pulse.
That's enough.
All up in the pulse. I gotta know what's going on, man. But I watched the first episode, and the first episode had this Seth Rollins and CM Punk match that went long, and it just had Abyss begging them to fucking please go home, and Bruce Pritchard acting like a bitch in the corner.
Stop it.
Oh, he's acting like a hoe. And I was like, that is look at this little bitch. He's acting like an angry girlfriend. Look at him. Oh, it was overproduced and overlong. Whatever. Fucking hoe. And Abyss is all apologetic and scared. I just want to make this guy happy, man. I was like, gosh. So would somebody hug him? Like, would somebody hug this
Regal
man?
basically did.
He seems really nice, Abyss. I was like, nah, he seems like a really nice guy. What the fuck? Anyway,
That's essentially what Regal did. Like, not physically, but like he was very just like, hey man, it's good.
it's all right, bro. Relax. He's like, oh man, I just want him to be all right. Look at him. Look at him.
Obviously, they were under a lot of pressure, and you could see people talk about shit almost as like bigger than Mania. Like that was a quote that got tossed around.
I think there is some real here, and I think there is some kayfabe, and I think that's part of the magic of what this show is supposed to be. And maybe you
Sure.
can show it to your grandma, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is how wrestling works." And part of that is really uncomfortable for people. God, they're showing them how wrestling works because as much as they kayfabe the way they're telling their stories or whatever, they're not kayfabing the process. They're really telling you how they're cooking. Like they're
Yeah.
really explaining to you how they communicate with the referee. I didn't know that they have agents talk to the directors so that they know what spots are coming. I was like, well, that's
I knew
fun.
about that.
I
Yeah,
was like,
'cause
well, that should be a default. Everyone should have this.
No,
Looking
you'd
at it.
be surprised, but no, I knew about that because I remember Cornette talking about it when he was doing production for TNA.
That's the way it should be. That's the perfect way to shoot wrestling. I'm not sure, like, how do you miss things when you're working like that? But anyway,
That's why we joke about like the rumored no production meetings in AEW, and then shit gets missed.
they say that they do have production meetings now, but they weren't before.
And we were watching spots getting missed.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I'm like. The difference between WWE and AEW is that while WWE is all the way overproduced, like completely overproduced, AEW is like underproduced. They're like, we are fucking rolling. We catch what we catch.
What I always thought was very interesting, and like, not to make it a company versus company thing, I always thought it was very interesting where like on one hand, guys like Balor and all that talk about like, yeah, New Japan never fucking got never spoke to us about like, work the camera or do it. They just like go out there and wrestle. But like New Japan is so trained in their art of professional wrestling that like they know the shots.
Yeah, they have their format down perfectly. That's pretty much what it is. They can. How do you explain? Everybody that works there probably got trained really hard, first of all, and they're probably very aware of all the exact corners they always hit. That's like, we're always gonna shoot this because somebody will always come in this place. We always shoot that because somebody will always do that. So it's kind of like having a hard cam everywhere. Like,
So like my favorite part was one of my favorite ones is like the Kenny Omega V trigger to the back of the head with the guys in the corner.
Yeah.
Innocuously, he probably did that on a few shows, and it was just something that happened, and you never thought about it because you don't really think about New Japan and camera work. And like, one day somebody was just like, Kenny always hits this spot in this corner. Just set the camera up there when you know it's coming.
That's another thing too. They kind of know the wrestling. If you know wrestling, then you can see when spots are being set up. That's like one thing I think about. Like when they have these production people and directors and people that put the videos together, I'm like, man, do they know wrestling? Like you kind of have to know a little wrestling, otherwise how do you fucking get it?
You have to be trained to shoot wrestling. You have to understand it.
So we talked about this before, Joe. I don't remember what we were talking about last week, but we were saying stop blaming the cameraman, blame the directors.
I forgot. I think we were talking about. I know we ended up talking about the EO spot.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, where like you don't see her come in, so like the moonsault's a big surprise.
Listen, one thing about WWE that's always going to be awesome is their production. It's always has been, even before now. It's just like it just keeps becoming this bigger monster, and they sometimes overshoot, like they did with the 3D. My favorite bad one is the
3D.
The 3D giant AR fucking.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I was like the Dudley Death Show.
The 3D. The 3D. No, the giant. But my favorite bad one is the giant Becky Lynch from the Pirate Stadium. It looks like fucking Colossal Titan is reaching over the wall. It's like, that's so bad. Why is the Becky trying to eat everyone?
God, I do not. Oh, I do not miss the AR stuff.
No, the giant Roman that always does the thing. Oh, that's so weird. Well, anyway, the production is
Like,
cool,
because of
man.
the way they shoot it, it's just like giant Roman crotch.
I would not ever want AEW to be as overproduced as WWE, but I wish they would take some of their qualities. And then they are. They already stole one of their production guys, and that guy has actually made like significant improvements to the way they present themselves on television.
Yeah.
They were kind of struggling to find an identity for a little bit when it came to presentation. They had their stage, they over digitized it, and people were like, you sanded away all the creativity. Like, bring back the tunnels, damn it. You can keep the chandelier, but please, the tunnels.
It's just hilarious. I feel like they've had 5 sets since the second one.
They've gone a few ways, and now they have 2. Now they have one for small buildings and one for big buildings. The small one is like, just a strip, and then they have the normal one when they're in arenas.
Which is like the double screen now.
Yeah. They still have, so the heels and the faces could come out of 2 different directions. Like I said, the new production guys, he's doing some cool stuff. Like the other day on Dynamite, I got real mad. Last week we talked about it when the production guy did the thing so that Hangman can walk up the stage, stand in the center, the fucking match cards would come up on both sides of him, and then he'll walk away and the lights would fade out, and then the show could kind of end on the match card, and then they kind of cut it away too fast because they weren't on the same page as the camera, as the director. And I was like, fuck, those are the small things that a production meeting would really help with, because they would have known not to press the button yet. Give it 5 seconds and then cut to the reaction. It would have been probably. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a quarterback from the armchair who's talking after they went through that stressful situation live. Like, you know how fucking hard it is? Fuck you and your 5 seconds.
But I guess this is also why people do rehearsals.
Yeah. You said rehearsals, motherfucker. We are running. We are just trying to get done on time. We're trying to get the show started at 7. But yeah, that is WWE Unreal show. It's very entertaining. I thought I wasn't bored with it. I laughed at everybody that was like scared of it. Triple H is ruining kayfabe. I think that kayfabe is already broken, and it wouldn't hurt to explain to the people how it works, because they already know that it's fake. At least you can tell them how it works so that they can know what isn't fake, and maybe they can have some respect for that part of it.
So there were some interesting schools of thought on that, I think. Obviously, there is the position that I just heard Josh Barnett take on the Ariel Helwani show, which I think a lot of people agree with on a general scale, which is like, like you go to a magician to appreciate the trick, not to be told how it's done, because like then the magic's gone, which I think is the case for a lot of people. I think for a lot of people the magic is so far gone that there's no getting that back.
I just think when you say like the magic is gone, like they're not fucking going out there and saying, and then the tables are made of sawdust, so you crash through them and it's okay.
Well, no, the other show said that.
Who's doing that?
They did that. You remember the Pro Wrestling Exposed show?
Yeah. But that was on purpose. They were like trying to make wrestling look bad for fun. Like this isn't. I don't think this was that, especially since it's WWE produced. Like they're not gonna make themselves look bad. I think
it's stunt granny.
I think that WWE being in charge of a show like this, it sands away what makes it entertaining for me. Like I know I'm not gonna see nothing juicy, but in reality, it keeps bad things like that from happening. They know what parts of magic not to fucking expose. I think Triple H knows what not to talk about. And his team would know what not to talk about because he would tell them what not to talk about. And they would tell the people under them. And then hundreds of people would know what not to talk about on this production because Triple H knows. I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe they're gonna be like, and the ladder that they break through is the winning one, so it's gonna be okay, But you'll see them talking to each other friendly after the match, and that might be surreal. That might feel uncomfortable, like Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. That clip of
Sure.
Kevin being like, "Are you all right?" After the power bomb. But
Yeah.
that I think that is part of what makes wrestling fascinating when it isn't real, like that part, like that, like God, I just saw them fucking murder each other, and then look at this nice Canadian man, like, like, are you okay, bro? Like, is your head
So like,
okay?
I think that's the interesting thing because like for so long the way pro wrestling worked was predicated on the idea that like you believed something. Like that's what you hear people talk about, right? How do we get people to believe in this character or believe that these two people want to kick each other's ass so bad that you'll pay to come see it? It's the entire system is sort of built on getting you to invest in that thing emotionally, and to get you invested emotionally would be for you to believe that there's anything even close to real happening. You know, the 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 idea that and there is some magic to some of this. The idea that they will get you to believe that you could even question whether or not Seth Rollins and CM Punk actually hate each other, when
Yeah,
so many people are not nearly that believable.
yeah, and then people were mad that they were friendly on this show. I was like, they're all coworkers.
Sure.
They still have to work. If they
And even
really
then,
hate each other,
and even then, right? Like you'd argue, like, are they friendly or are they just like,
I was just working.
we're
They
at
just,
work and we're
yeah, we don't we don't actually want to fight each other. Like, we want to work.
like, would I ever call this nigga when we're off work? No, but we're at work and I have to.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in wrestling. There's a lot of people that don't really would hang out. They would not really hang out with each other, but they work well together and they'll smile with each other at backstage, just because wrestling is
Yeah,
a business that's built on trust. Even if you don't
and,
like someone, you have to
and let
trust them, which is a
and let me
crazy
tell
thing.
you, something. You may not like a person all that much. Y'all best friends and you're making money.
Oh yeah, like. I mean, that's pretty much how that goes. Now we're both fucking millionaires, brother. Yeah, I love you too.
We're making money together. We're great.
I think for me the funniest thing is seeing the CM Punk clips. I was like, that is great. That is just hilarious. I think if you were a CM
Cookie
Punk
Monster.
fan who has had his image slowly chipped at, like whatever image you had of him, it has been slowly chipped away at. With the Saudi Arabia thing, with the fucking, with the controversies. Some people have lots of different issues with him, and I'm talking about like fans, not like me who is like fuck that guy from the beginning. I'm talking about people who are like people who felt slighted already, not people who have new
Sure.
reasons to. People who already came into this not liking CM Punk and or maybe hanging on to a thread. It's like,
Some people who may have made CM Punk their like anti WWE
yeah,
monolithic idol.
yeah, it's
Just
gonna be
weird.
hard. It's gonna be hard to see when he loves Triple H so much, and he's crying actual tears about these things. You're gonna be like, "Fuck, that's a complete 180 of this image I've had of him all this
Sure.
time." Meanwhile, I always knew that's what he wanted. Look at the baby; they gave him his bottle. That's what he wanted. That's why he was crying. The baby, I have kids. I know how that works. He was crying. He wanted his bottle. He got his bottle. Now he's
Sure.
sleeping.
Sure. And now I do believe to some degree that there's a truth to that idea that they were just like yeah, uh I was a like I was a main character on the show. This guy was a main character on the show. I was a guy in it. Like he is a guy in a particular position. I'm a guy trying to get to that position. Thusly, we didn't like each other, which I think is a very real thing. And I think also, like, it doesn't help that I think Hunter comes from a time where like top guys cut each other down to keep their spots.
And he cut Punk down. I mean, let's be fucking real here. Like, he cut Punk down. Like, it wasn't like, Triple H tried to make it seem like, we both thought things that were untrue. And it's like, oh, no.
We all know what happened with that Kevin Nash.
We watched Night of Champions 2011. Like, we
You pinned the hottest guy in the company.
for nothing, with no follow up, just for the sake of it.
That was the thing. Like, we didn't even get the Kevin Nash match. You pinned the top guy in the company because of Kevin Nash, who didn't work there.
Good and goddamn well that was a classic Click switcheroo. Oh God, Hunter, my leg. Oh, what's going on? It hurts. And Hunter's like, oh, I'll step in.
Like, maybe if you were getting those reactions, Punk, like, oh dear God.
Oh no. So they got over it and they're fine now and they're fucking friendly and they love each other and you deserve this, brother. This is for you. And I'm just laughing. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious to me. But it's great. This is a funny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ignore this show. I think there's people who have the wrong idea of what this is gonna be. Like, it was gonna be some blasphemous. They're gonna destroy wrestling. Like, it's fine.
I don't think you can break wrestling any more than it's already been broken by that logic.
I would show this to my girlfriend. I'd be like, you want to know how wrestling works? Like, do you want to know? Like, let's watch an episode. The first one, at least.
Yeah. If nothing else, it's like, do you want to see the thing you already thought?
Like, yeah, it's fake as fuck. But I mean, I don't. Even with kids, like my kids, I don't know. I never was like, yeah, this is fake. I was like, like Santa Claus doesn't.
I was gonna say, you just snatching the Santa of wrestling
immediately, like while you're watching, like it's bullshit, right? but when they ask, if you ask, I just go, it's a television show, and you shouldn't believe anything on television.
My daughter thinks I'm dancing.
That was cool because I've always called wrestling a dance because it is a dance. It's a fucking violent dance, but you're dancing. It's fucking. Then you cut to clips of him
I don't
doing.
think that's the context Cody's daughter is playing.
It was funny because then they cut to clips of him doing like the fucking shake, rattle, and roll, and like doing cartwheels and shit. But yeah, like, very interesting. I would check that out if you're a fan of wrestling and WWE and just wanted to see how they weave in the kayfabe with the reality.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the small little clips of reality. I like to see Cody and Kevin Owens backstage checking on each other.
Sure.
Like, I know that's real. Like, I know that is not staged. But I also laugh at Triple H knowing that the cameras are on him and knowing that he's being recorded and sometimes overly performing. And John Cena being like, yeah. Like, I know. Like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I'm not here. I don't want to play your fucking documentary game right now. Like, I'm trying to focus and go outside this curtain.
I like the office room meeting stuff because maybe it's just some self-imposing. I've had those conversations, so like it's really interesting to me to see those conversations happen at a high level. Michael Hayes has made himself an enemy of Twitter.
What about Jey Uso? Like, coolest guy ever. Oh, second coolest guy. No, the third coolest guy. What about Jey Uso? Out of nowhere, huh? It was literally the meme, but reverse. He doesn't get thrown out the window. He gets accepted and loved.
Yeah, people are not happy with him. He's the guy who was responsible for Jey Uso getting the win at Royal Rumble.
Strap the rocket to your ass, kid.
It's again like there's two things there. One, I don't even think Michael Hayes was all that wrong. Like, the dude was crazy hot at the time. It made more sense than putting Sheamus through that thing.
The what? The Rumble?
Yes. When he won.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Also, not that Rumble, but like the one he won. Yes.
Yeah.
And that scene you're talking about, where like where Hunter's just like, yeah, if I think about strapping a racket to you, I just need to know that rocket won't go tumbling right down. And he's just like, yeah, I got it. I was like, Jay, I don't think you're talking about the same thing he is.
Jay, no, Jay, don't agree to that.
Jay, he's saying you need to get a driver.
Jay, you know that's hard. I got my wife. I think that there's no logical reason. There's no objective reason why not. I think it's funny to laugh
to watch
at.
it.
Why not to go with Jay Uso?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's funny to laugh at because it's like Jay fucking Uso. Like, god damn, he's not even like he's not even that kind of performer. If you're that kind of wrestling fan, I'm
on recording, whether it's camera or audio, saying like I don't know if Jey Uso could do it.
I thought I felt forced for so long that it finally just feels like it's actually a thing. All you had to do was completely remove Jimmy from this equation for Jey Uso to feel like a main event solo act. Jimmy Uso had to die so Jey Uso could live.
I once I really saw like, it's funny. It's how often, John, is it the thing you don't produce, right? The dumb little thing that like got Jay over stupid heavy.
Fucking yeet.
Is because he got a little drunk with Cody before they went to do the press conference.
Ill advised. I would not, but
had a few libations. Went out there real loose and just started saying stupid shit.
What if I have always been of the conspiracy that they're fucking lying and they just went out there and they were laughing and bullshitting and having fun. I always had the conspiracy that Cody
made up the drinking?
Yeah, absolutely. But then I already don't trust Cody, and almost everything he says sounds like a lie.
Cody taught me how to lie.
Even before that, you can see it in his face, in his eyes. There's a nothingness.
Which ones? The regular ones or the crying ones?
There's a nothingness. The crying ones are worse because it's like the complete overshield. But the regular eyes.
I like when he does the head shake when he's crying. Just
the lip quiver. All right, it's time for misogyny. No, the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship has been confirmed. It's confirmed. God damn it. Tony Khan says the belts are made. He has them. He was getting ready to implement them.
Let's see him. No, I'm kidding.
The women's casino gauntlet at All In took out 25% of the women's roster.
Oh my god! Really?
Which is crazy because I was like, that was the better match. That's because they went so fucking hard. So he said he couldn't.
Did he name names? He
probably no. Didn't. Well, there's ones that we know, like Mina, but other ones that we.
Well, wasn't it? Oh, no, that was the Battle Royal, wasn't it?
Yeah. She broke her hand or something on the O-face.
Yeah. Yeah, which is the second time in recent time that we've heard of a hand being broken on some three-way spot.
Yeah, Bianca broke her finger doing the Tower of Doom during her WrestleMania. Did they talk about that on the show? Is that why everybody was talking about it now?
I think Bianca either talked about it on Real or on like those Chris Van Vliet things because she's been doing the rounds lately.
I don't watch those. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Really, they're pretty.
I don't watch other content creators out of resentment.
That's good information there, John. Put your finger on that pulse.
Only my friends. Otherwise, the quotes will come out if they're good.
Jesus.
I've just been against women's tag team championships. I think they're a waste of time. I think they're a waste of TV space. I think that there's no real women's tag teams. But I have noticed an uptick in women actually trying to work together. I was watching this week Dynamite. I didn't see the whole thing, so we won't have a recap this week. I only got to see the main event, which was the women's tag team match. No, bullshit. I saw the women's tag team match and the main event. Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. And the women's tag match, fucking Athena and Billy Stark were like pulling out double team moves I'd never seen before. But they have been working together
Because you
for
don't
like,
watch Ring of Honor.
but like I said, they've been working together for like 4 years. Like they might as well be a tag team. Like that's an actual pair of women that have been traveling together and working together for 4 years. That is what makes a tag team. That kind of trust and connection. Putting two women together that are coworkers and might not even like each other, that's not going to work as a tag team. I mean, you got the Charlotte and Alexa Bliss type storylines, but like that's not what you want to fill a tag team division with. That's not real.
I don't know. It worked for Kane and Daniel Bryan. I'm kidding. And in lots of cases, though, you do have those connections, at least in a gimmick or storyline sense, where Billy and the other girl are minions.
It's gone on for so long too. I think there was a point where it was obvious she was going to leave, but they were like, "But then what will we do after when this is working so well?" And it was like,
what is the Billy Starks plan? Shit, we don't have one.
You're right. We don't have one. Keep her here. It's better than nothing. And it works.
She's still working.
It still works. She's on Dynamite now with Athena, which that should have been happening a long time ago. But here we are.
Eventually, like Athena and the Minions is gonna last longer than Chaos.
They're gonna have Bullet Club territory. Actually, Billy Starks is just gonna work her whole career. She's never actually gonna break away from Athena. Like, she's just going to be with Athena for her whole career.
Oh, so it's gonna be like freaking Agawa and Masawa.
Yeah, except Billy will actually be world champion.
Agawa was GAC heavyweight champion, dog.
They had to do that themselves. Athena's gonna start her own promotion and make Billy Starks world champion. No. That was like wasn't that like something he wanted to do when he was president in All Japan anyway? And it was
I have no idea, honestly, the backstory on that one. I just thought he rolled up.
There were things that he really wanted to do in All Japan that he just couldn't, and all those roadblocks I mean, obviously are the reason why he left, but he got to do a lot of them in Noah. Like nobody can tell him no.
You'll never make me feel good about it because he rolled up Akiyama, and I'm still bitter about it.
It was a roll up.
It's Akiyama. It's my favorite guy.
So yeah, the women's tag team championships are coming. They're made. I mean, AEW women at least are more work rate heavy, and I'm sure Bubba Ray Dudley goes, "Oh, what? It's a work rate? You know what the fuck I'm talking about? You fat piece of shit. They wrestle harder." Okay.
Jesus Christ. So what we've got here is like I'm trying to figure out what we have here, right? We got who's the second woman under Athena?
Fucking the announcer, Lexi Nair or whatever.
Is that who it is?
The minion?
Yeah. Okay.
Dakota Kai in AEW, yes. Actually, I do think that is gonna happen. And
I can see it.
Yeah. She's not bad.
No, she's not.
Even when at the end of her WWE career, she was giving people like their best matches, and then they fired her because the conspiracy is that it was because of Eddie Thorpe asked for his release. But I was like, God, do they even know they were together? Did they know they were together? Like, come on, are they aware of that? Do they know? Do you have to file paperwork? Like, do you have to file? We're fucking now. Did you tell the company we're fucking now?
You have the what are they called? The Sisters of Sin? Is that the old name?
Sisters of Sin. Oh, they're the Triangle of Madness now.
The Triangle of Madness, yes.
I like Sisters of Sin.
Yes, and I suggested Sisters of Sin probably didn't Google very well.
Oh yeah. No, well that makes sense. Well, no,
Does it?
Triangle of Madness might not Google well either if you go in the
That's
right
true.
sites.
Well, that's not googling, John.
It's a search bar in there.
Shut up. You've got Triangle of Madness, which sounds like a trio champion, not exactly whatever.
Megan Bain and Penelope Ford.
Yes, that's right. You've got those two. Who else do we have in here? I guess you could always no, they essentially work
TJ.
for the Commonwealth that is TNA, so they're not coming in anytime soon.
Rest in peace.
Ouch. Yes, TJ's back together.
They have TJ. The way Athena and Billy Starks were moving made me think that is in the plans, but we'll see. I don't know. I was like, they're moving like an actual tag team right now. Like, what is going on?
Jeez, I'm trying to figure out what else is on the phone. And like, I have to account for the fact that I don't always watch Collision, and I definitely don't watch Ring of Honor.
I wasn't watching Collision, but I've started watching Collision lately.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. I was just still in the mode from before, but it's good. I was like, oh, I'm missing out. Bella Twins, not Bree. No,
not Bree. No,
they don't want me.
I was thinking about the freaking Iconics, but like they're in TNA.
I don't think they're a team that AEW could use. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if that's the kind of women's division they would want to have right now. You end up just pretty much proving everybody's point, and then it ends up being seen like as a thing nobody wants. I don't know. I don't know if the AEW fan base is kind of different from the WWE one. Like even the audience is like, you can tell by the way they rejected Cody versus the way WWE accepted him. You know, like that was like the biggest one. Like, and those are supposedly the same. They're supposedly the same pool of fans. But it's clear.
There are some divergences. Yeah,
and I think that the AEW fan base expects like more physical wrestling matches. And I don't know that the Iconics are having more physical wrestling matches.
That's why I'm very big on the whole idea of just like whatever some idea isn't over to them, like isn't over to you, I'm like, it's over to them.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, like
that's how I feel about Jey Uso. It's like, what do you think you want me to do about it? Right? Look how much they love him.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you could not like Jey Uso. It's like, yeah, but that whole room was fucking jamming. So like, what do you want?
This is wrong. You know? All of you, stop eating. Stop eating right now. Stop. Put your hands down.
It's wrong. You know, like I know people who say like they don't care for Adam Page. I am on note multiple times saying I don't care for Adam Page. Those people like him, so it's working. So the fuck?
No, he's a
who gives a shit what I think?
No, he's bad. He's wrong, Greg. Bad champion.
You know, there are people I know personally people who are just like, how do you go with Adam Page over Will Ospreay? I was like, it's working for them.
And then Will Ospreay goes, I have a herniated disc in my spine.
He's just fading into the distance going, you made the right call. Oh,
that's fucking, it's great.
I'm trying to figure out who's still here, and I'm scrolling through the website. Are Private Party still contracted?
So tonight, the Young Bucks they talked about how the Young Bucks are in they're in the Tag Team Championship tournament.
Okay.
And they talked about how in the first AEW Tag Team Championship tournament they were defeated. But they did not say by who. And I was like, oh.
By two mysterious unnamed black men.
I was like, oh, I know what that means. I was like, they're going to NXT. I
wonder what names they'll have.
I know, right? Isaac and Daquan. What's his what?
Oh my god. Oh wait.
And
okay,
their
that reminds
brothers.
me. I would
Isaac
clue
and
you into something.
Daquan Johnson.
Well, that's okay because they were. Me and you know them being brothered.
Yeah, but
So
use.
for us, it's just like lore.
I think they'll be fine in WWE and NXT. I don't know that tag teams are, respected there still, but they get little
I
spotlights
think
every
they're
now and
still a
then.
little. I think they're still a little respected in NXT. Not like the way we remember, but still a little.
I have people saying that the weekly show isn't bad, but I don't believe that because every time I try to watch it, it makes me want to rip my eyes out. This
You
week,
you despise the backstage film segments that people enjoy.
I don't understand like how you could. I don't. How could you enjoy this?
You're watching high school kids film stuff for their film class.
Just Hickenbottom High. That's what I call it. The
my, my
there was a
favorite is I'm sorry, my favorite is the family segment. So it's just like Tony, you need to get it together. Like Adriana Wizzle's Italian voice is
they
so
killed him.
fucking over the top.
They killed him this week. Tony D'Angelo. They did the Sopranos
Supposedly he
ending.
saw something and then he went down.
It went black. It did the
Okay.
Sopranos. It did the Sopranos ending.
Don't stop.
They pushed out. They were supposed to play the music.
Oh jeez,
Uh,
they're not paying for that.
No, Mariah Monroe,
Uh,
Blake Monroe,
by the way,
Mariah May.
I'm enjoying that Britt Baker is still on the website.
She's definitely not fired yet. Jesus brings up the way they did Mariah May. I don't know if they did that to her. I don't know that. I don't know why I talk shit.
What have they done
But
to her exactly?
when she was in AEW, her best stuff was with Tony Storm, and when she was separate from Tony Storm, we were
It was
like,
also kind of her only.
ooh.
It also felt like her only stuff. Like
Nah, she had stuff with Willow and other women. I was at the Willow match. That was actually a good match.
I'm sure. No, I'm saying I'm sure she had matches, but like it feels like it feels like her entire run as a character revolved around Tony Storm.
Yeah, no, for sure. But there was also her run as champion before Tony came back, which is when you got to see her
Sure.
separate from Tony, and she was cutting promos up that weren't about Tony and didn't have Tony to bounce off of, and they were not as compelling. And
That's when I
so,
realized they don't know who she is.
yeah, and that's partially because of the way the company is. Like sometimes, if Tony Khan didn't have a whole idea for you as a character, you kind of have to fill in some holes for yourself. Her role was a supporting character for Tony Storm, and she did well at it. But when it was time for her to be main character, it was kind of weird. And you go, okay, well maybe they don't know. So she cuts this promo on NXT, and it immediately reminded me of that time after Tony Storm. And I was like, interesting. This is gonna be one to keep my eye on. Like, but we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, like Mariah May has never had a character far beyond I am hot as hell.
Yeah, and WWE is trying to give her this, and it's not even a character. She's just another mean blonde girl, and she cuts this mean blonde girl promo about how Jordan Grace used to be fat, which is like,
I heard about that. They posted like the old, like soft muscle pictures.
Yeah, and it's like, first of all, feel how you want about fat shaming. I actually don't care. Like fat shaming in a promo. Oh well, you fat. Oh, you're fat. Like I don't give a fuck. This is wrestling. This
Bad
is supposed
character
to,
says mean thing. Whatever.
supposed to make fun of you. If you don't want to be fat, don't be fat. But the fucking problem is that she's talking about. Oh, you used to be fat. Like what's the cat? Like what's the get? Like
I think the idea is that like what I see in TV shows that does that at least well, it's just like, oh, like no matter what you do, that fat person is still inside you.
Yeah, bitch. I'm
But like
hungry.
if it's not presented that well, it's like, yeah, you used to be fat, like yeah, and then I got better. It's like, yeah, well, but you used to be. Like you gotta really dig in with the verbiage there. It's just like, yeah, you may have lost the weight and gotten jacked, but you're still the insecure fat shit that you always was. It's like, oh, maybe now we're digging in deep here.
she's like WWE had me on their radar before I even knew if I wanted to wrestle, and she talked about
Yeah.
the WWE shop
Oh, she actually
pictures
said
and
that.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
She's bringing up Lord only me and you talked about shit.
yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, we knew we were real fans. Uh, they, it was the delivery. It was the whole. It was rough.
Sure.
It was like it sucked. It sucked, based like
And that's the
on its own merits.
and that's the other thing too. Like when we're talking about like there's a reason you have the NXT system. Like I'm saying this as somebody who was an advocate for her because I discovered Mariah May in Stardom. I You obviously discovered Mariah May before Stardom, and then she got there.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
Mariah May was doing good work as a wrestler in Stardom, and as you know, in Japan, they won't always ask more of you.
Yeah, yeah. If you suck, you just won't get called back. Brandy
No,
Rhodes.
but I mean, like, if you're good at wrestling, like, if you're good at wrestling, like, they're not always going to ask more of you as, like, a personality
Yeah, yeah.
because the
But
wrestling is what works over there.
but you know what though? In Japan, I would argue Mariah May had a lot of personality, especially compared to like you said, they're not expecting that of other girls. So when
Oh, no,
she's
I was
going
going to
out
get to
there
that.
and she's like twerking and shit,
I was
like
going to get to that, like,
yeah,
but that was my point, where she went out there and she was just doing the I'm hot and like I sort of use my sexuality, you know, which works not only because it's different, but because like American Girl,
it was funny
big
seeing her push American things on the Japanese girls. Like, oh no,
yeah,
or like not American, but like
not American,
European
but like
or
you're white
Western.
European,
Yeah,
yeah, not Japanese. So yeah, like they're doing the thing. She's doing the thing with fucking Kaguma, where she's like kawaii, no sexy, and she's like sexy.
no kawaii. Yeah.
And like that was the thing. Mariah May was the hot girl. Like she's doing the same shit, but
But
it's
that's not gonna
so
work
much
on
more
American
vapid.
TV.
It's so much more
Yeah.
vapid on the American TV show because, like, first of all, how many hot girls are there?
And again, she played the same role on AEW TV for so long. You never got a chance to see her be something else. So like
Yeah,
seeing her be something else on NXT TV, this is almost the first time in America that you seeing Mariah May as a character.
yeah.
Like
And as you noted, she's playing that role in AEW against a stronger character that is also supporting the segments.
gotta put it on Tony Storm, man. That is a special woman right now in
Yeah,
wrestling.
so like the it's not just like she gets away with being hot girl Mariah May because she's bouncing off Tony Storm the entire time, and Mariah May, who obviously has no problem doing the sexual innuendo jokes, it's just like, yes, rest on my titty, bitch.
It's gonna be crazy if she really doesn't work out in WWE, but it's very early.
Yeah,
This
and NXT is the entire point of NXT is to fucking develop these people.
Yeah, exactly. I wish she would have done more time in AEW, but yes, this
I
was her
wish you would have done more
dream.
time in Stardom, but that's me.
She also left Stardom really early to go to AEW. You're right. It was like
Yeah,
not even a year.
yeah, like they were she was talking about shit like she was gonna be, the next big foreign ace, and then like the call came. And then,
Never mind.
and to be completely honest, like I say completely honest, like as if I'm dropping something that people don't know. Like we all know fucking AEW was a bridge
Even now that she's left and she talks about how she felt and when she felt that way.
in
y-
AEW.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was like, "Oh, it was late last year and I was feeling like this isn't going to work out for me." And
Really?
I was like, "Late last year? When that bitch world champion?" So
I was on
like,
top and I was like, yeah, this ain't working.
this isn't for me. This isn't Vince McMahon. I'm not on four knees, on hands and knees, barking and
Oh my
telling him I'm sorry. This is what I dreamed of,
god. CM Punk isn't yelling at me to apologize. No, let me stop.
It's so she always wanted to go to WWE and she ran the
Yeah,
second they called and
yeah,
listen, I hope it works out because I like Mariah May.
yeah.
But that promo on NXT was rough. They were cutting her ass
Yeah.
all night. It was funny as hell. I
And
would
now
not get on Twitter if I was her.
this is something you see people talk about a lot, which I always think is very interesting because there's a lot of truth to it. People in this industry will throw away all sorts of things and take all sorts of risks, I guess, financially or standing wise, because like, isn't this the place you meant to go? When they call, you answer it. You know,
Run. And be me.
there's very few people in this industry, and I'm not saying it is a bad thing or a good thing. Like this, that's your choice. However you want, whatever road, uh, how do you say, kings or royal, whatever road you want to take through professional wrestling is yours to take however you want. If the road you're taking is about getting to WWE, then yeah, when that phone rings, you answer it. Because they might not come back. Why not? So if the whole point here was like, yeah, get to WWE, and that phone rang, then like I don't blame her.
I mean, I don't blame either way. It's a dream come true to have the paycheck with the WWE logo on the corner, and that's gonna be enough to sustain her for a
Worth its
while.
weight in gold for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the old mark check. But well,
So
hopefully it wasn't a pay cut. Although I
think it's always a pay cut.
Suspect that it was a pay cut.
I think it's always a pay cut with younger
Believe
talent
in
that you're starting in
yourself.
NXT.
Believe in yourself, and
Bet
you'll
on
get
yourself.
better. You'll get better. We'll pay you more. Yeah, man. What's the last thing on this list here? Oh, the SummerSlam preview. And well, I wanted to talk about this first. Why
Go
does
for
the WWE hate Bayley? What did she do to them? What the fuck did Bayley do to
I'm
Triple
more
H?
interested in the fact that that WWE hates Bayley has become the angle.
They don't want me on the show, so I'm not on it. And I was like, yeah, that's cute. She'll interfere in the Lyra Valkyria match. She's still not on the show. Like, still, like it's still, like.
And she posted the 3 on her socials where like her, Io, and Dakota came back.
Yeah, but you know what? She's kind of working her own shit because we have been saying that. We were saying that before. Thankfully, now they did a promo with her on television, so it's like there's no evidence that they might follow through. But there was before where we were like, "This is the angle." She's talking about the poster. She's not on the poster, and nothing came of it. She just didn't. She just wasn't. She was trying to make something of it.
And like it's sort of a continuation of the whole like, oh, she's not on WrestleMania. After being after sort of being a core piece of it to some degree last year.
Storyline, Greg.
Yeah.
Tell it to Kevin Owens. That reminds me of Kevin Steen and Ring of Honor, and Jim Cornette's like, it's a storyline. We're gonna suspend you for 6 months, and he's like, but then I really won't be wrestling or getting paid. Like, what the fuck?
Which I think was. I don't know how to get into the Jim Cornette conversation of it again, but like I remember as I understood the whole point of those deals was that Sinclair was supposed to be paying you weekly.
He was like, goodbye.
So like even though Owens wasn't working, like he was supposed to be getting a weekly check that was supposed to be, livable.
It wasn't, according to Kevin Steen.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. It's a great. I'm telling you, watch Hell Rising. It's a great documentary mixed with wrestling.
I was saying that I didn't know how famed that one was.
I think there was an element of it, especially when it came to the Cornette. But I also don't think like there was Ring of Honor used to shoot interviews like straight up.
Yeah,
and they had
the straight shooting series.
Yeah, I didn't really have no reason to believe they were like WWE kayfabing it, but they definitely could have, and it would have been a perfect place to do it because there was no reason to expose it if you didn't have to.
Yeah.
So I don't. Though, like, there's
I
some stuff
liken it
that's
to the
hard to admit. Like you can't really hide the fact that they just stopped booking El Generico. Like they just disappeared. Like they just stopped using him. Like that really happened.
sure. I liken it to because they did do this a bit, John. You could speak to it. You would get these supposedly like not so kayfabe documentaries, right? And then they would and then they would release like this Edge DVD, and he's fully in character throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
So like you don't always know, you know. Yeah, I think it was Decade of Decadence. It's like there's a bunch of matches on it, but like he's in gimmick the entire time.
It is also, I don't know. I've never trusted WWE documentaries.
Sure.
They're very sanitized. But when
No,
it
yeah, I'm
comes,
not arguing that, but like there's a difference between the one Sean's doing where he's just talking about the matches and where like they do the whole life story thing.
oh no, for sure. I think if you're old and your career's over, you got a better chance of it being just what it is. As rather than if you still work there and you're still wrestling, like John Cena on this WWE Unreal show, he just wouldn't talk about what he was doing. He
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna tell you any of that stuff."
I am John Cena, also known as John Cena. My government name is John Cena.
Yeah, I don't really plan on exposing anything here, and there's nothing you can do about it. I am John Cena, after all. Goodbye, everyone.
I'm also barely here, so like you won't have time to record me anyway. Suck it.
But back to this Bailey thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's a storyline on television or not, the fact is WWE doesn't value Bailey that way anymore. They don't see her as that person. They got Rhea Ripley, the biggest star in the world. Triple H kept saying, and she
Yeah.
is one of the most over wrestlers on the planet. And they got Liv, and they got Io, and they got Bianca, and Bailey had her turn on top a couple times, and for some whatever reason, they are just like fine where she is. She's here in this middle row now, and she's putting over Lyra Valkyria, and it's fine. But she isn't on the big cards. She isn't in the main events. She isn't on the pay per views. And to that, I say, go away, leave. There's no reason to be here anymore. You did it all.
Sure.
You have done it all. And as a matter of fact, your very best friend in the world is over there prospering like no one has ever done before. Like, why, as a human being, would you put yourself, well, I just gotta, work my way back up and, I gotta lay down for a little bit because, the circle goes around and it's my time on the bottom. Get the fuck out of there.
Things that are not untrue, but you know.
But why? For what? Not you. But Bailey? You did. Why the fuck should you have to stay here on the bottom while Charlotte is getting chance after chance after chance? Oh, well, this didn't work for Charlotte, so we'll do this for Charlotte. Well, this didn't work for her, so we'll do this one. We know the fans will love her now. Well, go somewhere where they'll fucking appreciate you then. Fuck that. Wrestle around the fucking world. Bailey's a wrestling fan.
I was gonna say there was a comment about that before, where like
She said she's too old to do Stardom stuff. Yeah,
and that her knees are jacked.
Yeah, that's cool. We will work around that. Actually, that's how wrestling works. Bitch, stop playing with me. Get out of here. Like that. Come.
I don't know. In Japan, if you can't keep up, you get kicked to the face.
She's scared. She's scared of leaving. Bailey, you're a pussy now. No, seriously. I think not only that, it would be a whole career reinvigoration. Like she would be, first of all, fuck that. Not even the idea that she would be booked well. Not just that. But just like the WWE fans are conditioned to see her as like somebody that doesn't matter right now. Like if she gets put in a big position, they're gonna go again. It's just Bailey. I would fucking leave. Fuck.
It's like too late now, but like I made this exact argument maybe a year or two ago about like about guys like Orton, where it's like like yeah, look, you're it's not like you're gonna go there to be on top or anything, but like you with all of your skill and everything that you are, it's just like you'd get the chance to just work with a whole new crop of people, which is going to extend your career.
It's gonna give it a whole new variety, a whole new flavor. Look at
You know?
look at these matches Mercedes having.
Yeah.
Like I'm
As a matter of
saying,
fact, to use a fuller example, um, despite the fact that him leaving was like a negative experience, like look what it did for Kurt Angle's career.
he spent more time there than he did in WWE. I mean, although
In the
like you
end,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
that was absolutely true.
but
But like he got like it reinvigorates him to get a whole new room of talent to work with.
I just think she doesn't got no obligation to be grateful for what she earned already. It's not like they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she wandered in and was gifted these things. She
Sure.
worked hard. She worked really hard. And as a matter of fact, they didn't want to give her these things. For them, the Bayley thing wasn't working for them. They tried and it was almost failing. She shifted. She did the heel thing. She did ding dong hello. She's got annoying. Everybody loves her. She gets a little resurgence. She gets
She got the
WrestleMania
Karen
main event.
haircut.
She got the Karen haircut. She cut off the ponytail. She got a big match with Io.
No more
Blew it
hugs.
off. Her match with Io showed me that she would absolutely fuck what she's talking about. She would fit right into stardom right now. Like obviously she can't do it as much as everybody else, but she can still do that performance on those knees. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. And that was a very Japanese-esque match.
Which
like,
one you talking about?
Io Sky versus Bayley at WrestleMania. They went out
Okay.
there and they had a match that you could have
the semi main that I was
Yeah.
fucking gushing about.
Yeah, that could have took place in the fucking Budokan. Like, and it would have not been out of place. You know what I'm saying? That was great. If Bayley still has that performance in her, get out of there. Get off that fucking ship. It's sinking for you. If you could go back later, and they'll appreciate you again. When Mercedes goes back,
And in
that's
some
gonna
cases,
be,
and in some cases, because you were gone, you'd be reinvented.
for sure. Like when Sasha Banks comes back to WWE, they'll treat her better than they ever treated her before she left.
I love the inevitability of the way you say that.
Oh, come on. Let's be fucking serious here. Yeah, she's just like the rest of them. But yeah, I think also if Bayley leaves, we can extend Sasha's time out of WWE. Like she's not gonna go back now. Hold on.
Her bestie's here.
We about to fuck this shit out.
John, guess what?
now they
AEW
got-
would have another real tag team.
Oh god, they got the damn belts they always wanted to. Fuck my life.
The Boston Hood connection is back.
The CEO and Kiss connection. Everything
Oh
is
god,
hot.
now you made it weird.
everything is.
I think that's called a sexual harassment lawsuit, John.
There's a power dynamic there, but you know what? Mind your business. Love can't be quantified.
Oh my god. You took this into a weird place.
You can't fight what you feel. Damn it. So yeah, no, WWE hates Bayley, and I think she should leave. Not only that, I think she would have a whole career resurgence outside of the company.
Sure.
It would be so funny to see Mercedes grab Bayley by the hand and be like, "Girl, let me show you. Look at this. This is Arena Mexico, and this is the Korakuen Hall, and this is the Tokyo Dome. Look at what we be doing." Like Bayley should have all these things Mercedes has. Also,
I also I think it's interesting personally. I believe a lot of long timers should leave their companies. I don't believe in this thing of quote company loyalty. I think that's the thing people do when they get emotionally invested, but it's mostly bullshit.
no, I think they just want. I think they just want her. Somebody like Mercedes, I don't think is loyal to the WWE as much as they're doing well, and I
think some people are.
You know, of course. I mean,
That's
look,
what
we
I'm
were just
saying.
talking about Mariah May, but yeah, people like Bayley and Mercedes.
I don't know if she's been there long enough to be loyal to the company, but
She was loyal before she got there, which makes it worse.
she
but-
was loyal to her dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, their dream is that. That's just a lots of people. It is what it is. It's nothing to make fun of. It is life. In 20 years, people will dream of being it all in. They remember when they watched Hangman win the belt when they were 8. You know, and that's just life.
I mean, I'm talking about like people with tenure
Oh,
who then grow to have a loyalty to the company.
those are the worst because then they become fucking podcasters. Uh, get out of my
Nice.
space. The WrestleMania dream. I do think it's like it's easy to take advantage of somebody with that mindset. It's
You
so
do?
easy. It's
I
so
mean,
easy for them to
I
take
mean, no,
advantage.
I mean, you're right. I don't know if it's always taking advantage of somebody, but I think it's very easy to use.
Oh,
It's
it's
a
taking
very
advantage.
pristine weapon.
It's a funny. It's only the only reason you wouldn't call it taking advantage is if it benefits you. It benefits you, and if it benefits them, then it fine. Hey, they're happy. I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, it's fine. Uh, until you're unwanted, like Bailey.
Sure.
Like, anyway, SummerSlam preview. We
Creative has
talked.
nothing for you.
No, they don't. We talked about most of the card last week, but this week they have added a 6-team TLC match to the card.
Woof.
The Sunday card. Actually, let me pull up the SummerSlam. Fucking, they had the cards revealed, the orders for Saturday and Sunday. Greg, you will be attending this show.
I will be attending both nights of SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium.
Oof.
I will also be attending Monday Night Raw at the Barclays Center.
Jesus Christ. That's a long weekend. Did you know that it's going to be 16 hours of wrestling this weekend?
We had gotten the money. We had gotten the SummerSlam tickets. Actually, because of you.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. I'm putting the timeline on it. We had gotten the SummerSlam tickets when you told me about the pre-sale, and we logged in and we got them that day. That hour, honestly. And a few weeks after that, I had been informed by the advertisements that like they were running Monday Night Raw at the Barclays Center, and my girlfriend was just like, "Can we go?" I was like, "We're doing 2 nights of SummerSlam." She's like, "Yeah, but then we get to do Raw after. It's like a whole weekend." Like, wait, okay.
If it
I
makes
get
you
it. Like,
happy.
I understood it. Like how many times do you get to do like a weekend of that, a whole weekend shot of that? You know, the closest I've ever gotten was I did both nights of the Kobashi weekend.
Oh,
So
just a casual Kenta Kobashi in America. Nothing big.
you saw Masawa. I don't want to hear your shit.
Fuck you.
You don't think Masawa's an equal?
I didn't get. I wish. You confused me with someone else. I wish. I never got to see Misawa.
You didn't go see the Kenta match?
Hell no. I fucking
Okay.
wish, Greg. My grandmother raised me, and we were poor, and I didn't get to go to a wrestling show until I got a job as an adult and bought my own tickets. I I didn't get to experience wrestling live as a younger kid. Not that I am sad about it, but I am sad about it.
How young were you when the fucking Masawa match happened?
That would have been 2007, right? Was that 7? I would have been 16 if that was the case.
Kenta versus Masawa?
Yeah. Because Joe versus Kobashi was 04, but the Misawa, when he comes, it's a fucking Hammerstein show, and it was like well lit. It was Ring of Honor had good lighting, so I know it was like 07, 08. It had to be 07 because I don't think it was 08.
I love that. That's how you.
That's how I
Define the
remember the
times.
eras. Yeah, how it looked.
Well, they got good lighting, so it had to be past. It had to be at least past 2005.
They had to be on pay-per-view already. They did a stint.
Incredible. Okay, well, yeah. So like we decided we'll do the whole
It is
thing.
2007.
Okay.
Nice.
So I paid for the Monday Night Raw tickets, so we're doing that whole weekend. I can only hope that like it's because it's post big pay per view that it's an eventful Monday Night Raw.
I think it'll be fun. I think the problem is that it'll come after the pay-per-view, which will have all the big moments. So like any
Yeah,
big moments on Raw might not compare.
like it depends on if they really just use that Monday Night Raw to like, and here's us leading into our next big story.
Which is what they should do. That's the logical way to book a wrestling show. But the way the cards are split is night 1, Saturday. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Jay Cargill for the title, women's championship.
Yes.
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre is back in America after being trapped in the United Kingdom.
Oh, he did make it?
The WWE sent their private jet because why would they not?
Of course.
Right? You got Gunther versus CM
Just
Punk.
Triple H standing outside like freaking Aiden the actor from Game of Thrones and Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, the little finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and Alexa Bliss versus the Judgment Day for the tag titles. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and then Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. If Karrion Kross wins, Sami Zayn has to say the words "Kross
You
was
were right. Kross was right.
And if Zayn wins, Kross must say I was wrong. High stakes for that one.
Personal stakes.
In night 2, Sunday night, we got the Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy versus Andrade and Rey Fenix versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Phyrexia, Maxium and Nathan Frazier versus Motor City.
Ugly theme song.
Oh no! Versus Motor City, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford in a 6-pack tables, ladders, and no, that's not tables, ladders, and chairs. It's just a 6-pack ladder match. Fucking Wikipedia.
It's a TLC match, right?
Oh no, you're right. 6-pack tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship. The first tables, ladders, and chairs match at SummerSlam in 25 years.
Jesus, it's been that long.
According to Michael Cole. That's a very very specific that's a very specific stat. Like the first TLC match at SummerSlam in 25 years. Like okay, well, we've also had 50 TLC matches in between that.
Right, like they had their own pay-per-view.
I digress.
It was awful.
We had one in January. We had one in March or April. It was really good. On your television show.
It sounds like it very specifically wants to harken like, hey, remember those Dudleys?
Yeah, and the Dudleys are like, we're gonna have a match at TNA Bound for Glory. Woo! Anyway, we got Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage. I keep forgetting that match is on the card. The Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, no disqualifications, no count out. Last match for the
John,
WWE.
are you getting a pair of Becky Stompers?
I got my Becky Stompers on.
I hated that line until she actually stomped on her head. I was like, at least she did it.
I don't think that stomping Becky with them actually made it any better. I just think it's funny. It doesn't make it not funny to me. Like, I got my Becky Stompers on, and then she does a dance, a little jig.
Well, no, it's still funny, but I don't hate it now.
I can't hate it because it's so fucking cute and funny. Like, But
I get it. I've hated everything Lyra Valkyria does on the mic so far.
no, this week was really bad. This week, there's just she's trying to deliver these really angry words, but they're so soft spoken. And Becky Lynch is really mean to me, and then I'll get her at SummerSlam, and it's like I don't
I got my
believe that
Becky
you're.
stompers. Cute
I don't
twirl.
believe that you're angry at all. You're very cute though, and an absolute savage in the ring.
I'd love for you to meet
Like
my brothers, my son.
Lyra Valkyria is such a fucking wrestler. I
Such a
cannot.
wrestler. Interesting.
I cannot. Like in a company like that where you can get away with so many things, it sucks that the one thing that they want is what she's struggling with because she is such a great fucking wrestler. God damn it. She put a bitch in hell with those power bombs, man. I love her as a wrestler and her matches with Bayley and even the one with Becky and that triple threat match they had at Evolution.
Right.
Great. But it's WWE and you need a character and you need something that people can grab onto. So it's not.
If
worth
anything
getting
else, though, like I don't even know if it's because I don't even feel like it's because she needs a character. I just don't.
Well, you need a character. You need at least people need to believe in what you're saying. It doesn't have to be a gimmick. She doesn't have to be a leprechaun, but people have to believe that Lyra Valkyria is angry at Becky Lynch.
Okay, so I guess you're using that word a little differently.
Because Lyra Valkyria is not a real person. That is a character. And as far as but it's
that's
just
what
so
I mean.
plain.
I'm saying she needs some actual fucking passion.
Yeah. I don't know if it's passion as much as
Or maybe she's some grit. I don't know.
emotion. Like she's got to learn how to act. It's WWE, like that's what they want. They want that performance.
You know what she
aspect.
sounds like? She sounds like those videos. It was a video trend. I think it still is. Like those videos you've seen where the girl puts the fucking camera at the height of their boyfriend. It's just like, this is what I look like to him. That's what Lyra Valkyria sounds like. She just discovered that this is what she looks like when she gets mad.
And this was supposed to be like a character shift, is the thing. Like,
really?
Yeah, Becky comes along, and then Lyra goes, "I've discovered the anger inside of me," and now she's supposed to be acting different, but it isn't. I don't think it did anything.
That cute twirl really sold it.
The anger, my Becky stompers, like all this stuff. None of this stuff is good. So, I don't know how much longer WWE is going to put up with it.
If anything, it's only made it's only made people side with Bayley more.
Yeah, I mean, while Bayley is, I don't know how long she's got left on a contract or whatever, but I feel like she should still start looking in the direction of somewhere else. Lyra is still early in her WWE career, and I mean things can always turn around, but this was like the big opportunity, and sometimes they don't do it twice. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see how that turns out. If it doesn't, though, she's gonna be so fine. She's gonna be so okay. Like you'll be fine if this doesn't work out. Trust and believe. But yeah, that is the final two matches on night 2. The triple threat match for the women's world championship: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and then the street fight for the undisputed WWE championship: John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
I completely passed my mind that they made it a street fight.
A street fight. Becky versus Lyra might actually be the match of the night. You're right. No, you're right about that. Like I said, they fucking wrestle, man. Lyra is a beast. I love her. Becky Lynch has never been bad.
And that's if the fucking TLC dopes killing themselves doesn't make everyone lose their minds.
I hope that they get to have that kind of match. I hope that because there's 6 teams in there. It's like Jesus.
That's
It's gonna
ridiculous.
It reminds me of when like modern day WrestleMania matches where they're like, we're gonna have a ladder match for the tag titles, and it's like, really, it's just every team does one spot and then we get out of it. Like it's 10 minutes. You're like okay, fine, and we're done, and we got more important things.
Because it's the safest way you can conceivably book it.
Yeah, that's it. You go, you do,
It's just a
you climb the
series
ladder.
of one-on-one spots and a few tag moves, and like, okay, someone
Yeah.
gets the belt. Jeez, get them out of here. It's
10 minutes,
Fair
15
one.
minutes. There's 12 of us in this match. 15 minutes. What? All right. Can you scrap half the idea? We have 4 pages. Could you draw on 2? Thank you.
But also, like, if I had to fall on ladders and shit, I wouldn't want to be out there for 30 minutes either.
It just depends. Some people are really passionate about telling stories. It's like, God damn it, I wanted to do this thing a certain way, and I'm not gonna have the time no matter what. I'm fucking bothered. It's like, yeah.
The more bodies you get in the ring, the harder it gets to be that guy. Let me tell you.
It really, I mean, especially like I said, 12 people in this match. Everybody going to win.
Yeah.
But what about me? I want a spotlight. You know, like I want what I want. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Each of your teams get 1. Fuck out of here. That was a cool video of them planning the finish for Elimination Chamber and seeing like the collaboration process of putting a match together on WWE Unreal, where CM Punk is like pitching what eventually ends up being the finish.
Okay.
That's the kind of environment I imagine 12 dudes in a room surrounding freaking Hurricane Helms or whatever. Shane, can I do one?
It's funny because it's one of those things I remember getting into a conversation about with my buddy because we had different ideas about how that system works, and I
Was
was
he wrong?
always I think he was, and I think this kind of proves it because I was always of the point that like that machine is a lot more collaborative than you think, and it's like it's not just orders from on high like you think it is.
Especially when you're out there. I feel like
Yeah.
you know, I think the thing I've heard said is that you can technically do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If it goes bad, you will have to pay the consequences.
The consequences will be obvious. Yeah.
But if it goes good, you will be rewarded and nobody will act like anything was wrong.
Of course.
It's up to you to decide exactly how much you want something.
Yeah.
Like
you know, the genius and fool is only decided by the success.
Right.
You know?
And of course, I mean that even then, like that, you should consider your tenure. Like, like, did you just get here? Like, is this your first year on the main roster? You know, like
maybe your first year in the company is probably not the time to use a promo to tell the Undertaker how boring he is.
That has happened. But
maybe that was a bad idea, Chris.
And he wonders why. But yeah, no, SummerSlam this weekend. Greg will be there live
and in living color.
And we'll get to hear about his experience next week on the show.
If I ever wake up from that coma.
Jesus. I'm going to put you in the recuperation chamber for at least a day.
The hyperbolic gimmick?
No, not that one. Then you'll just tire yourself out. We're going to put you inside that healing chamber. In there like Goku on Namek.
What's the fucking substance in it called?
You know, I don't know. I think it's just water.
Well, okay, so in Star Wars they call it Bacta, so we'll stick with that.
Oh, well, okay. That always sounds so nasty.
Bacta? No, you don't like that? You don't like that word?
It sounds like bacteria. It's too close to bacteria for me.
That's fair.
No, listen, we'll get Greg's live experience next week on the show. This
Yes, we
weekend,
will.
of course, we will have live daily coverage
Yes.
as we have all the fucking time, every day anyway.
I'll tell you a little bit of my live experience that I haven't even had already. Those sons of bitches changed my seats because they decided to build a set.
Oh, they got a big stage now, and they said, Greg, you can't fucking sit here anymore. I gotta do me a favor and get out of the way.
We bought seats when the arrangement looked a lot like last year's on the website, like that curved ramp
Yeah, no,
that leads to the small tunnel.
the
We
baseball
were
field
Yeah,
entrance.
basically we were going to be sat like basically above that, um above where the tunnel would be. So like like we can't see the stage because we're behind it, but we get to like watch them walk essentially, which is going to be like, it might be a cool visual and get a sight line to the ring or whatever. But like those are the seats we got. And then we got the email, yeah, y'all been moved all the way over here.
You're on the wrong side of the room, sir. Please come over here. This seems racist, but okay.
Yeah. It's like it's not even like somebody else got the seat. Like, no, the seats we bought were no longer available. Just donezo. And then we found out that they were building a whole set. So like, no good. But I was mad.
But it should be fun. I remember when SummerSlam used to come to New York regularly, like they did like 4 or 5 years in a row, and
Yeah,
I would do those SummerSlam weekends, and they were like the best.
I was doing the NXTs. I don't think I ever went to the SummerSlams at Barclays.
You know what we didn't talk about? The SummerSlam top 25 matches. I meant to make that a subject tonight.
I mean, we can do it right now. I can run through it right
There's
fucking quick.
because I was gonna say that SummerSlam 2016 was the best SummerSlam that I had gone to because it had the
Okay.
John Cena and AJ Styles match, and that pretty much trumps anything else that happened at a SummerSlam when I was there. Because
I
before
respect
that,
that.
they were getting overshadowed by NXT Takeover over and over and over and over again. Like it was like, okay,
Yeah,
NXT Takeover is the main event for me this weekend. Everything that
yeah.
happens after is a drag along.
And in fairness, like takeovers were trumping a lot of things WWE did at that time.
Yeah. Oh God. Do you know what people don't remember? A fun aspect of fandom before AEW and before AEW even existed. Those fans, the ones that hate everything AEW does, they hated NXT. They
Yeah.
hated NXT, and they'll do revisionist history now, and they'll fucking talk about it like if it was always good. Oh, Triple H is NXT. You fucking hated it, and you hated the way we held it up against WWE's main roster every time. All the time we would go, this shit is gonna be garbage. Put the takeover back on. And they would hate that. Their favorite WWE wrestlers there, they don't have the network, or maybe they didn't watch the takeover anyway because they don't care, or they thought the kids didn't matter. And meanwhile, we're
Right.
telling them how fucking great the triple threat was. Triple threat tag team match. That was better than anything you're gonna see tonight.
NXT made tag team wrestling cool again.
Yeah, and you're sitting here watching fucking bullshit from WWE 2016, Braun Strowman in the title scene and shit. Like they were pissed. They hated NXT, and now they transferred that energy to AEW. But never act. They just don't like anything that people present in front of them as. Look at this compared to your precious cartoon.
Yeah. So I will run this down. Number 25. I thought they started off with a fucking dud. Number 25, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar.
Give me a second. I think I'm gonna pull up the. I want to pull up their playlist.
Images?
Their playlist.
All right, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for on their. Not for me, but I wanted to put it on the screen.
Okay.
Their playlist of SummerSlam matches, best ofs. They have great playlists. I like that they upload so many matches. I love matches.
God, the Vault channel. Jesus Christ, that thing's a fun one.
Wrestling. Oh, this is weird because it doesn't give me like a full screen playlist experience. There it is. No, I got it. Anyway,
Okay.
You can list them now as I share the
So yeah,
screen.
Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar back at SummerSlam 23. The only thing I remember about this match is the overly dramatic fucking video piece they played before it.
I remember Brock and Cody being a good match. The thing was that the finish was funny as hell. And Brock grabbing Cody up, apparently unplanned, scaring the dog shit out of him, is
Right.
the highlight of that for me. Brock was fucking scaring the shit out of Cody. Like, this kid is all right. You can have a steak with me, kid.
And I love you and I hate you at the same time. You and I,
Oh,
I was like,
God.
what the fuck is this? It's just Brock and Cody. Why are we going this hard?
This was supposed to be a seminal moment in Cody's journey to the world championship.
It's like you beat Brock Lesnar. You're ready. I'm like,
You're
sure,
ready.
kid. Um, uh, Number 24, Seth Rollins versus John Cena, SummerSlam 2015.
I was there for that.
I also thought this was rated kind of low, but I have a personal affinity for that match. Granted, it is destroyed by the stupid
Really?
Jon Stewart segment.
This is the wrong match, but anyway.
Yeah, there's stuff here that I would have put under this match. In fact, one of them is coming very soon.
What was that? Number 23.
24.
24.
Yes.
Bret Hart or no, that's
Number 23
20.
is The Undertaker versus Bret Hart at SummerSlam 1997.
I actually thought that would be a little further down the list, honestly.
You thought so?
Yeah. I definitely did.
That's interesting.
I thought it'd be farther down than fucking Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins and Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, but
well, let's get there, John. Yes, number 22 is Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam 2019, which is mostly just a match where Seth gets the shit beat out of him.
That's really Brock Lesnar's whole match style at the time, and the thing.
I mean, yeah, but like at least if that, I'll say if that was the case, I'd say just put the fucking Cena match in there. But whatever, the one that shocked people.
You know what it was? This was technically a better match than John Cena just getting suplexed over and over and over again.
Technically, a little bit, yeah, but it just didn't have the effect because it already been established that this is the Lesnar match.
The thing that makes me laugh is that the Lesnar Cena was supposed to be Lesnar Bryan. Like, that's what they wanted to do to Bryan Danielson after all that. It was like a revenge for fucking dragging him into the world title picture. They wanted to absolutely murder him, and they ended up having to do it to John Cena instead.
Suck it.
It worked a lot. It worked a lot better, though. I think
it did because it was a shock factor. It's like John Cena's actually getting moited. Number 21 on the list is Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam 2022. I don't even like this match that much. I didn't.
Really? I liked this match.
Not so much that it gets on a top 25 list.
No, they definitely have a quota of people from now that they have to put in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought it was a fine match, but like to be on this, Jesus, that's a reach. Whatever.
Of Bret versus The Undertaker.
I really like those matches. The Bret and Undertaker worked really fucking well together. And I at least respect the fact that it was monumental in the sense that it's Bret's like fourth reign.
And I mean, it was a big moment, I thought. It was just a big ass moment.
Yes. Number 20 on this list. Randy Orton versus Christian for the World Heavyweight title, no holds barred event, SummerSlam 2011. Not only is that match great, it was a surprisingly fucking great pay-per-view.
Oh, I remember that we had low. It's just another one of those WWE things where you go into the pay-per-view thinking it's gonna suck, and then it ends up blowing your mind. This match,
everyone just showed up that day, like, whoa, okay, Thanks for that.
I loved Christian and Randy Orton's matches. They were so weirdly calculated, and everything had a reversal, and everything was thought all the way through. It was like if there's ever two wrestlers that were perfect for each other that people don't talk about, it's these two.
I
And
respect
this was
that,
the
yeah.
peak. This was like the peak of that chemistry. This match right here.
Yes.
Yeah,
A
30
match that is
minutes, though.
a match that is emotionally complex for a lot of people because they didn't like the way Christian was treated.
It was bullshit. Did you remember? Edge gets to retire, and then
Uh-huh.
Brandon-
Christian gets
the
the
belt.
memorial, the Edge memorial win,
And then 2 days later, they took the title off of him.
and then turned him heel.
Insane. Anyway, what's number 19?
Number 19 is Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker at
That's
SummerSlam
insane.
2015. I adored this match. I probably would not have put it on a top 25 list, but I do love this match. The ending is shitty, yes, but god damn it, do I love watching two burly men just beat the shit out of each other.
This is the
There
match
wa-
where you get the famous sit up and laugh spot in the middle of the match. Ha ha ha! Fuck you.
Once again, when we talk about, like, maybe it's bullshit, maybe it's not. When we talk about guys going out there and doing things, like Undertaker says he didn't know what Brock was doing until he realized he was laughing at him, so he laughed back.
That's funny as fuck, though. That's
Number 18, Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk, the World Heavyweight Championship match, TLC. I don't have very many memories of this match,
Really?
John. Do you? No,
yes.
I don't.
Yes, actually, I do. This was a bright spot in that time. Jeff and CM Punk had an incredible
There weren't
TLC
many.
match. No, they weren't. That's why it was so easy to remember. You know what it
I
was?
blacked out that whole period.
Jeff and Edge had a ladder match earlier in the summer that I really, really liked. And
Okay.
then
It's what Jeff does.
follow up with this TLC match the same summer with CM Punk, and they go all out, and it's great.
So has it been 15 years since this?
It has
25 years? Okay.
This has not been 25 years since. That can't be.
What
This
did
is
Michael Cole say?
2009.
What was the number Michael Cole said?
2009. He definitely said 25 because they were playing since WrestleMania. Since SummerSlam 2000. But
so he's just raw.
Yeah, but he could be talking about tag teams.
That's fair.
Follow that up, though.
To follow that up, you get Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, SummerSlam
Another favorite of
2001. This was a fantastic match.
I
This is
love
the
this
four
match.
stunners. Jesus.
Yeah. I love this freaking. I love the way they open the match right here. There's just Austin throws the fucking time. It's always crazy to me the way he used to treat that goddamn world championship.
The thing he fought so
wow,
hard
he
for.
threw that shit. He got it that not fall into the audience, bro.
Yeah.
He threw that shit to hell. Yo,
I'm gonna say this because it makes me laugh, and I know it's true. Can you imagine, especially young Sean, catching that belt and security having to pry it out of your fucking
no,
grip?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You have to kill me. You have to kill me.
It sounds like, fuck this match. I got the belt. I
Fuck
got the
that.
real one. I'm going home.
Oh no!
I can watch
great.
this. These seats are not worth. I'll never go to a WWE event again. But
Catch
you're
that
not
fucking-
getting this back.
Catch that bell to the dome, though. I hope that you're not unconscious.
Fantastic match. The match I point at every once in a while because I like to be a troll and say, like, listen, I don't like doing it all the time, but sometimes a guy can kick out of a finish 4 times.
That time was the good time. Was a good time for that. Is Seth
Sometimes
versus
it can
Ambrose
happen.
on this list? I think you and I both know better than that, Jesus.
What did he say? I missed it.
Is Seth versus Ambrose on the list?
Oh, is that the ladder match?
I would think so, or the cage match. It might be.
Okay.
Didn't they have a Hell in a Cell where they both fell off the side of it?
Yes, I don't remember what pay-per-view that was at. Considering the timeline, I would have assumed it was at Hell in a Cell.
Now, this number 16 is one that I definitely expected.
Okay, yes, yes, it is. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, the ladder match for the custody of Dominic.
Where the fuck
Jesus.
is Vicky?
Yeah,
Where the fuck
yeah.
is Vicky?
A match that is infamous for so many reasons, some different than others.
But still technically a good match.
It
It's Eddie
was.
Guerrero. It's Rey Mysterio. It's the future WWE superstar Dominic Mysterio.
20-year vet, baby.
20-year vet. This is great. This is great. Look at young Vicky, still old looking somehow. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, she wasn't. I don't even think she was that young at that point.
Probably not.
No,
Anyway, this match number 15 surprised me because I loved this match, but I didn't know that WWE held it in high regard too.
Yes, we're talking about the four-way dance between Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman at SummerSlam 2017. I don't remember this match at all. I'm
You
being
don't
honest
remember
with
this
you.
match? God, I love this match. I was at
No.
the arena, of course. That's gonna
That
help.
helps. That helps a lot.
There was also
This
come on,
Barclays,
look
I
at the
assume then.
names. Look at the names in this match. Brock
See, like,
Lesnar, Roman
I re-
Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman, and they have the match that those four beasts of men should have had.
See, like, I remember Brock and Joe one-on-one.
This is the match where I want to say Roman runs all the way around the ring and Samoa Joe jumps out of the way. He ends up killing Lesnar instead.
Nice.
It was great. It was fucking great. I didn't think it was number 15 greatest
Joe said, "Not me,
SummerSlam
motherfucker."
match of all time. That surprised me, but you know what? Watching that shit
Joe.
back, that's great. They're great. This was
Maybe I will
definitely
watch
great.
it back because yeah, I have very little memory of this match at all. But I like most of the guys involved. Number 14, talk about a match that a lot of people remember. The ladder match at SummerSlam 1998, The Rock versus Triple H, career making bout here. Uh, isn't that so, John?
This is one of those matches that people always talk about because both these guys were like, who could you compare them to right now? Like they were in the middle of the card. They were really good intercontinental champions, and some people probably thought of them as the future, but that wasn't guaranteed. That certainly wasn't
Yeah.
guaranteed. But after this match, it was hard not to see them as the future, and you could tell that because how long after this is The Rock WWF champion? Like 3 months?
Deadly Game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survivor Series, right? The same year after this?
I think so.
Or is that 99?
No, the 99 would have been too late.
Yeah, because it was 98. It's after this. It's pretty much the last thing they needed to see to know that they could go with this guy as a heel or whatever. He was going to turn heel. It's great. It was great. But then we got number 13, which I think this is. I have to rewatch this. To know it.
He's talking about John Cena versus CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2011.
Triple H in the middle of things as he is, but
as
this
he
finish,
finds his way always when it comes to CM Punk at that time. Yeah.
the finish is the only thing I remember about this match.
Is this the Four Shoulders?
No, this is
No,
fucking
that was the
Alberto
Yankee.
Del Rio
That
and
was
Kevin
that
Nash.
was the Yankee. That was the Yankee tights. You're right.
Yeah, no, this is title for title. John Cena's got the fake replica, and CM Punk's got the real
Punk
one.
just came back.
But yeah, of course, you get the finish, which makes me sick. If this is the one, I'm pretty sure it is though. Alberto Del Rio runs out from the fucking crowd or whatever. No, is this the Alberto Del Rio cash in where Kevin Nash like walks out from the crowd and gets involved?
I think it has to be because I
It
think
is.
I think the Summer of Punk is where all. I think that's where the summer thing all gets thrown apart for stupid
I'll
shit.
have to rewatch this match because as far as I can see, that hasn't
Did
happened
they
yet.
cut it
But
out of the fucking?
they did. They cut that part out. They cut that part
That's
out of this YouTube video.
great.
So I was like, as far as I can see, it hasn't happened before the finish. So I'll watch this match again and see if and see where that takes place.
Yeah, because he does pin CM Punk. He does pin John Cena with the go to sleep. So that's that.
This was fun. This was fun, and I'm glad. And I don't think it was fucking top 12 SummerSlam matches of all time, but this number 12 is was definitely a good time.
Mm. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, WWE Last Man Standing match, SummerSlam 2023. Suffice to say that the Roman Reigns and Lesnar matches certainly get better toward
This
the
was
end.
just this is just ridiculous. He fucking
This
used the truck to lift the ring, and
that was something that was one of those things where you're just watching, just go like, they would never. Oh my god, he's tilting it.
yeah, it's great. This is fucking great.
And then it looked like they didn't know how to have the rest of the match.
Like we didn't actually rehearse
Think
this
about
part.
this. It was a fun match. Yeah, I wouldn't have put it this high. I don't even know if this would have made the list personally for me, but it was something. And yeah, I agree with you. Like there's almost like a weird quota of like you need to put some of the fucking new stuff. Damn it.
You have to. Just mix in incredible things as well.
Yeah.
Like this next match.
This next match, which is incredibly credible and a huge lore point for me and John, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2013. I was at the Monday Night Raw, yesing my head off the night John Cena announced that Daniel Bryan would be his opponent at SummerSlam.
Oh shit. I actually
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yes. So like I felt like I was a part of this, John.
I remember knowing that it was going to be a good match, but knowing in my heart that Bryan would lose. Like
Okay.
there was no reason in the world that I thought that he would not just win. So they keep Bryan Danielson's Money in the Bank bullshit in this video, but they cut out CM Punk's. Oh, very nice. Yeah, very fucking cocksuckers. But yeah, not only to win the WWE Championship, you're talking about they had a 5-star match, like full on incredible wrestling match. Bryan Danielson, and at this time, you know what? I still wasn't fully sure that John Cena could have that kind of match. I was
Right.
still in my fuck this guy era, and Bryan Danielson has this fucking full ass Bryan Danielson match with John Cena in the main event of a pay per view, and pins him clean
Mhm.
with a finisher that he never used
Nope.
in his company before. What the non WWE fuck? Like never hit that
Thanks,
fucking
Kenta.
Busaiku knee on this man, and they were like, because he needs a
He needs a
an
high impact
finisher.
finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of nowhere that you're not like it's WWE too, so like you don't. They usually need you to do a familiar thing. Like that's like a
Right.
thing you have to do. And never done this before. Like that's crazy.
I'll ask you something about this match. Because I remember having arguments about this. How do you feel about the elbow?
Oh, the John Cena elbow?
Yes.
He really was injured. I mean,
He was, yes. But listen, I have heard people claim that this was their way out of it by like, oh, John Cena wasn't at 100%. John Cena was a little hurt, so they could make it like he didn't beat a fully intact John Cena. And I'm just like, they in the first 90 seconds of the match, John Cena goes outside to make a point that the elbow's fine.
I
Like, no, he beat him hurt. It's not the same. I was like, wow.
WWE blocked their stream.
Really?
Yeah, for 36 seconds.
Oh wow.
For 36 seconds of content. But yeah, it's fine. We were getting ready to go anyway. Uh, but yeah, no. If you're still watching us on YouTube, then thank you,
That's incredible.
thank you.
Do you still want to run the rest of the top 10?
Yeah. Finally, let's finish him out. Undertaker versus
Okay.
Edge
Hell in a
next.
Cell 2008. This was a fun match. I mostly remember the ending where he like choke slams him through the floor in a fire.
He sent Edge to hell.
Yes,
That was
yes, he
great.
did. Good times. Match number 9 is the ladder match rematch between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. I did not watch this match until well into my 20s, until maybe 30s. I didn't have cable when this match premiered, but I don't have much of a memory of it, to be honest. John, have you ever seen this?
Uh, no, I've seen the WrestleMania match, but I don't think I've seen this one.
Okay. It was. I think I remember just thinking like, oh yeah, that was a pretty good match. I think I'd rather watch the WrestleMania 10 one, but you know what? I finally saw it. A match I'm always happy to rewatch is at number 8. The Rock versus Brock Lesnar for the. I love how they titled this very interestingly, John. The Undisputed Championship at SummerSlam 2002.
The Undisputed Championship. It was. It definitely was the WWE Undisputed Championship at the time.
Even
It
though they
hadn't.
never belted it that way.
No, but it was like because I remember Brock wins the Undisputed Championship, but
Yes.
Stephanie steals him to SmackDown, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why they gotta come up with a new belt or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
This was a fantastic match. I thought some people argued it shouldn't be a top 10 SummerSlam match. I'm on the fence with that. I thought Brock and Rock were incredible in this one.
Yeah, and it
Uh,
was a big moment in
Also one of
WWE
my
history.
favorite examples of just like Brock, not Brock, of the Rock, just like the crowd's against me. Fine, cool, let's just use it.
He was already. He had just done that.
With
He had
Hogan.
just done that with Hogan in the same year.
Yeah,
It's like
it
fuck all
like
y'all. I'm going to Hollywood
just
anyway.
like it's an ability a lot aren't. I won't say have. I'll say a lot of people just aren't always trained to have in this day and age because of how produced everything is. Like the ability to just be out there and just go, oh, the room is not where I thought it would be. All right, cool. Let's just go that way then. You know?
Yep. Yeah, those are only the best wrestlers. Only the best wrestlers can pull stuff like that off.
Yeah, and like it requires a lot of like changing a few things and knowing which things to keep and how to set it. But like if you can do it, you can make the whole thing seamless. And we've watched a lot of people go against the grain, haven't we, John?
It's funny. The my favorite one is Randy Orton versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble 2014,
Okay.
where Orton and Cena absolutely lost the crowd. It's gone. The crowd is gone. The crowd is gone, and Orton is furious. He is
Mm.
furious. He's not only is he going against the
Did they
grain.
switch sides, or did they
No,
abandon them both?
no, they abandoned them both, and
Okay.
not only are they not doing, not attempting to win them back, Orton is fucking furious at them. He is acting like it, like he is throwing a live tantrum.
As if their indifference is a direct insult to him being out there.
It is great. It is great. I love watching that match for that.
I respect it. Match number 7 is a fantastic match and one that I remember very fondly. Um, the unsanctioned street fight and the return of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2010 against Triple H.
2012, 2002.
Sorry, 2002. I'm reading two different things here. I'm sorry. my eyes are darting around at SummerSlam 2002. What a comeback, Shawn Michaels
What a
doing what?
fucking promo video. I will
Yes.
fight till there's
Till there's
nothing left.
nothing left. Every
That's my
time
shit.
you think I'm done,
I
come back stronger. Come back stronger. I replayed that shit a lot. It's been a while, but
When I got the WWE Anthology CD, which I
I saw that was on.
accidentally borrowed from a friend for too long. He was not very happy. We are not
Are you
friends
still
anymore.
friends? Oh no.
He tried to fight me. I wouldn't have done
Oh
that.
no.
But it wasn't about the CD. But it was a bad idea for him. He was much
Fair
smaller.
enough.
Like, don't do this.
Not
You don't
exactly
have to do this.
not exactly in your weight class.
Oh god.
The comeback, which was just to be one night, and in fact reinvigorated a career of one of the greatest to ever do it. This was a great match, especially for a guy who hadn't wrestled in several years, right?
It was awesome. And of course
Yeah.
they had, like the stipulation.
John? You still with
Can
me,
you
Joe?
hear?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
You gotta talk to me. You can't just let the air go silent.
I was trying to give you the chance to come back.
I knocked my whole wire out.
Oh no.
I was gonna say they did have the stip to
Protect them.
to kind of protect Sean, but
Yeah.
it was great. And then Triple H kills Sean with the sledgehammer after like shit.
Yeah. It's just such a perfect. It's like, okay, yep, I hit him with the sledgehammer. We've written him off TV. Hey, you want to do it again?
Yes, let's put the title on him. Wait.
wait. But he ends up having a fantastic second career. One that some will arguably tell you is better than the first one.
I have my connection to the second one, so I like it, but
I
like
respect
it's
that.
hard to argue the first part of his career, even though people. I know they want to connect the personal stuff to the other stuff, but it's like he was still Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I've often said, like, if can you imagine the kind of person it would have been if you attached the talent of the first one, or matter of fact, the talent of the second career with the immaturity of the first one?
That would have been the perfect professional wrestler.
Right.
I'm surprised that didn't make top 5.
I can see why. Yeah, I'm not. I can see. I'm not saying. I can see why you'd be surprised. Yeah, I would have completely accepted it if it was.
Yep.
What does make top 5 does surprise me. We'll get into that very soon. Number 6, though, right below the top 5, is the TLC match of record, I believe, John. The Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian TLC match, SummerSlam 2000. It's interesting to me that that TLC is so connected with WrestleMania, but I think this is the seminal 2000s TLC match.
No, for sure. WWE, I feel, pushes the WrestleMania TLC matches harder than the SummerSlam one, and I don't know why. When I was younger,
I don't either.
It was like the SummerSlam one didn't exist almost.
They
they even pushed the triangle ladder match harder than the first TLC.
Oh god! Oh, WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah. Oh, this is
it's like they try to claim it as one.
Yeah, like it's the TLC precursor.
The proto TLC match.
Yeah, like okay. I mean, sure. In a way.
Okay, Jan.
In a way.
This is sort of the TLC match that just defines the entire idea of it, right?
Yeah.
And arguably everyone since then is built off what this did. To some to for better or worse, I guess you'd say.
They should do lots of callbacks and have Bianca Belair play the part of
Lita.
Lita.
In fact, I will argue, when certain contracts go up or whatever, this should get one of those little Hall of Fame match spots they tried.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah. I think that would definitely work. I hate
Hopefully
to see
with
Edge
better
and
looking
Christian.
trophies.
Yeah, I hate to see Edge and Christian looped with those guys again. I get like they have such a legacy together, like
Interesting.
as the three TLC guys, and like I also hold Edge and Christian in higher regard than them today. Bubba Ray Dudley's
Interesting.
busted open stuff really makes me sick. And then
And the Hardys.
the Hardys had their, Jeff kind of fucking shit up over and over again.
Oh, you mean they're real life bungles?
But it's getting better. He hasn't had a situation in a while,
Right.
so that's cool. But I have no interest in seeing that match take place.
Oh, Bound for Glory.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, ew, why? You just want to kill Devon? What the fuck did Devon do to you? He couldn't even come out he couldn't even call out for the call out. And I'm supposed to believe this guy can wrestle a match.
Dion believes it. I guess his doctor
I'm
believes it.
better. I don't think doctors believe. I don't think that doctors believe many of the things wrestlers say that. I think they find doctors that go, well, technically, you could wrestle.
Oh, you mean the old second opinion?
Yeah, but I would advise against it. But what I heard was that I could, right? Well, yes. So please sign this.
All right. Let's break into the top 5, which
Here we go.
begins with Bret Hart versus SummerSlam. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart at SummerSlam 1994, the
Bret
steel
Hart
cage
versus
match.
SummerSlam.
Most of the time, Bret Hart wins. He does have a very strong winning record at SummerSlam.
This is a great match,
this is probably my favorite cage match of all time.
And a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
This is not a surprising opinion. Not a hot take. Very cold.
No, it is not. Very cold take. But it's a fantastic match. God, I miss the fucking bar cages.
I thought you were gonna say, God, I miss Owen Hart. I was gonna go, yeah.
Yeah. It is I guess you could say it's probably one of the most non-violent cage matches you've ever seen, but it is built completely around the escape aspect and completely around the family drama that was the Hart family at the time. But it is just so well crafted. God damn, they were at the top of their game.
Top 5 for a reason, god damn it.
God damn it is right. John, have you seen this match?
No. I've not
Okay.
watched it. I haven't watched it at all, I want to say. But there was a period where I was taking in so much. I want to say there was no reason why I wouldn't have watched this.
I thought you had the cage match DVD that this was on.
I had the Hell in a Cell DVD. I had the
okay.
cage match DVD. The Hell in a Cell one was my shit. There were only 14 Hell in a Cell matches when they came out. I used to watch them over and over again.
Understood.
I think it's like 50 of them now. But
Goddamn pay-per-view.
But yeah, no, I haven't seen that match. I've seen the clips. I've seen the Bret talking about
it on this documentary.
Yeah, that's the famous "I protected my brother in the cage. Wish I could have protected him in real life" thing.
Yeah.
Like fuck, ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankfully they've uploaded it now. I was gonna make my way through this list. I kind of let them play in the background because I've seen most of them,
right?
Or almost all of them,
right?
But yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough time because it was still it's Brett pre-stroke, but the grief is still there.
Yeah.
So he's like talking about he's talking about the match, but he's not really talking about the match.
It was just the aspect of like them falling from so high and him being able to be there and hold him and
Yeah.
keep him safe.
Yeah, they
It's
knew what
like,
they were doing.
fuck.
The match that surprised me in the top 5, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, the no DQ match from SummerSlam 2013. Boy, did I expect them to be petty bitches on this one. I adore this match though. This match is like goddamn no notes, 10-10, perfection. Wouldn't change a thing.
It's the last good CM Punk match before he retired, and then he came back and had a couple good ones. Yeah, there was no good CM Punk matches after that. Because what does he have? The run with Bryan where they do tag stuff, and it's like, well, that's okay.
Is this after the Undertaker match?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
Yeah, that's right.
Undertaker one,
Because
and then
Heyman's
Lesnar.
still with him
Yep.
for Undertaker.
Yep. And
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
like I said, this is it, and then he leaves in January.
And then he has like the Ryback stuff and all that shit.
No, even that, none of that, because this is.
No, I'm saying after Undertaker, he has to do all the Ryback stuff, and
Oh,
that
yeah,
sucked.
yeah.
And yeah,
I think Ryback was before that.
it might have been. Oh yeah, because that was like
He
the
was
title one,
He was
right?
champion.
Yeah, yeah. Man, a lot of that stuff got bad. They were putting him with shitters, weren't they?
He was gonna save them.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar match 2013, fantastic belt. I still have the image in my head where like Lesnar almost like effortlessly just fucking yanks him up from the triangle. He doesn't even really need the extra arm to do it. He just goes yay. It's like fucking hell.
Punk was able to pull that kind of match out of Lesnar when other people weren't.
Yeah.
This was another thing that made that match good. People just kind of were worried that it was going to be what he did to Dean Ambrose in WrestleMania with the street fight that wasn't a street fight. It was just Lesnar doing Lesnar things.
Yeah. And then you realize that, like, Lesnar gives different performances for different people.
Yeah. He's a scumbag. I mean, for more than one reason, but
sure. Granted, now there's also like there's also the other side of that story apparently about who Ambrose was going into that match, but that's for Paul Heyman to talk about.
He says, I know for the one side, because we only know the Ambrose side, the Moxley side for now. It's like
I know Heyman has hinted at it.
Yeah. No, I know Moxley says like he had all these ideas and he kept presenting them to Lesnar, and Lesnar was like, like, no.
Right.
How about German?
Right.
Like that. I guess.
And like and Heyman's like, yeah, you see how uncooperative that guy was with Steve Austin? How do you think he was with Brock Lesnar?
Oh, shit.
And like, yeah, that Steve Austin clip is damning. That was a bad interview, and it was a bad night. That Austin looked like he was about to get up and get at his ass himself.
Like, sir. That was so weird.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. I remember even not even wanting to see Ambrose at a certain point. Like, oh my God, they've ruined this so much. Like, I don't even want to see this wrestler right now. This is making me sick.
And that was before the gas mask.
That was before the gas mask. That was when they had him. He was supposed to be their champion, and it was like ass. I was like, oh gosh, this blows. He did have a good match with Dolph Ziggler, and that great triple threat match with Cena and AJ, and some good matches with AJ.
I was gonna say, like, I liked a good bit of that chunk of him being the top guy on SmackDown.
That was the 2016, but 2016 SmackDown was like firing all cylinders. Like that was a special time.
Yeah, it was. Like I the spot where like AJ's like crotched on the top rope and everyone keeps bouncing on it.
Oh, that's I forgot about that video. You just brought up a dead memory.
And Ambrose is like casually shaking it.
Oh
Yeah, Dean versus AJ was really good stuff.
my god. What number are we on though? Talking about
We're
AJ
on
Styles?
number 3. We're on number 3.
Oh, not
And,
yet.
and number 3 is Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 1991. Fantastic match. A little tough for me to watch sometimes because I can see how messed up Kurt is, but that just speaks to how good this match is. That like Kurt went into it with his messed up back and performed the way they did.
I I have seen this match, but I watched it when I was young. I didn't know any of the backstory. It was
Right.
just one of those that WWE says you have to watch. So I kind of went out of my way and watched it. They've had it on like compilation DVDs and shit too.
Yeah, they have. I absolutely recommend watching it again when you get through this list. Like sit down for that one. It's a great match. Even if I personally I prefer the King of the Ring one, but this one's fantastic. And you get the you get that difference in like um King of the Ring, they are a match in the middle of the card, and here they are a feature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Match number 2 is a feature you care for very deeply as a live participant. John
Gosh.
Cena versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam 2016.
Yeah, I mean, that's about exactly where this match belongs because it is one of the greatest matches of all time in WWE. So, of course, of course, it's a great SummerSlam match. It's one of the
Yes.
greatest matches they've ever fucking done. It's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen live. It's my favorite match in John Cena's career, and in any normal circumstance, it'd be my favorite match in AJ Styles' career. But he got to wrestle special people.
Yes.
He's got
If
Kurt
you've
and fucking
if you've
Okada.
only like if you've only seen AJ Styles as a WWE superstar, this would be the best match you ever had.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. This blows anything in WWE out of the water that he's done
Yeah,
completely.
which is saying a lot because he's had some great stuff.
He has, but nothing like John Cena versus AJ Styles. What is this? 2? The second one?
Yes, I believe this is the second one.
They did one at Money in the Bank. That was good. It was good. It was good. John Cena versus AJ Styles, but it wasn't this. This was like fucking hell. This was perfect. And then you kind of thought, or at least I thought for sure, that John Cena like was gonna get his win back.
Yeah,
AJ had cheated to beat him at Money in the Bank or something. Or as far as I remember, he was standing tall with him in the Bullet Club, the OC, the original club. And so him coming into the second match, and then I remember Cena hit the super FU or whatever. Like
yes,
he hit the
with
move that should pin
the
him.
one that's in the thumbnail.
Yeah, and he kicked out, and I thought to myself, no fucking way. Like this was already a great match, but that's the final moments of realizing like they're actually gonna put AJ Styles over. Oh my god! Like it was.
And
It
then
was
the
amazing.
wonderful folks at WWE 2K did you the service of putting this exact AJ Styles in the game one
Yeah.
year.
Yep. Perfect. All perfect. And you know what? I know that the Royal Rumble match wasn't as good as this one, but I love that one too. I don't want to hear shit. I love their matches. I love their series. I think John Cena and AJ Styles ended up being beautiful Magic champions partners together. Like, and it's crazy because when I was younger, I used to imagine what that could be like.
Yeah.
God, what would John Cena and AJ Styles be like as a match? And it was every fucking thing.
Yes. I do think you get two different kinds of people, which I always think is interesting. You get the ones that say, all these outside talented guys that Cena worked with carried him, and you get the guys that say like Cena stepped up when he had to.
He's John
I'm
Cena. Come
I'm
on,
always of the
man.
belief that John Cena was always as good as he was pushed to be.
He did what he had to do when he had to do it. And in any
Sure.
situation, he can adapt and be good at it. So when a fucking wrestler gets in the ring, he could
That's
adapt
what I
and
mean.
be a
That's what I
wrestler's
mean by
wrestler.
like he's always as good as he was pushed to be.
Yeah.
You know, when you put him in there with fucking like young Carlito, like he's only gonna get pushed but so far.
You put him there with Brian goddamn Danielson and AJ Styles.
He shows up.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, even when you put him in there with like it, even though he wasn't a top guy at the time, but you put him in there with Cesaro, he showed up.
Claudio, fucking, well, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels showed up.
Kurt Angle. You know what I'm
Showed
saying?
up multiple times. Yeah, that's who John Cena's always been.
They
Like
don't talk
it's
about
always
those
been in
matches
there.
enough, by the way. I don't think people talk about those John Cena Kurt Angle matches enough. The WWE Championship matches. We only
No,
ever
they
see
don't.
the Kurt Angle promos.
No, they don't. Those two
I
work
love
really
the
well
black
together.
people.
Oh god. I was thinking about the stuff earlier than that, but you're right. I think I could tap out Jesus.
Oh, that was amazing, bro. That was fucking amazing. He could.
The number one match on this list of SummerSlam greatness.
Give me a second.
Is
I'll be
the-
back. Talk to them.
Okay. No, now I gotta make some stuff to talk to y'all. You know, when we talk about like what kind of an event they've got planned this weekend, in the massive, MetLife Stadium out in New Jersey, you have to remember that this is not SummerSlam's first big stadium show. They had a few very recently. They had one just last year, I believe, in Cleveland. But you go all the way back to 1992, and the WWE filled up the legendary Wembley Stadium in England, and of course you had to go with you had to go with an English main event. It would have been very easy for them to choose to go with the Ultimate Warrior at the time, who was the WWF champion and defended his belt against another massive star, such as the Macho Man Randy Savage. But Bret the Hitman Hart talked them into going with the Englishman for the main event as the Intercontinental Champion against himself. And he said, if you do this, I'm going to give you guys a main event worth remembering. And he did. That main event was Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 1992. A match that was famous not only for how good it was, not only for making Bret Hart as a main event talent in the eyes of a lot of the people in the back, but became famous once again years later when Bret Hart revealed that Davey Boy was fucked. And that Bret basically ran the entire match.
Bro,
His parts and Davies by himself.
As the years go by, I start to question Brett sometimes. Like, Brett, how there's nobody to refute the story now, Brett. I want you to know that. I can't give you 100% of face value on that one. This has got a little dent in it.
He was fucked, John.
It was up to me to save the day, you know.
I don't think he would put down Davey for that. I don't know that he would sacrifice Davey for that.
I just think he's a great guy, but I had to carry it all myself.
He's kind of family, John.
I love him, but it was all me, you know. It's always been me. It always is me, you know.
I heard you sneak that Canadian into thought you were slick. I heard you. Piece of shit.
Hey, Brett had fucking 3 of the top 5 spots.
Yes, he did.
I
and
think
a few at the bottom.
They threw John Cena and AJ Styles in the middle just to not to give him 2 and 1. Because even I was surprised at how high. Like, I love John Cena versus AJ Styles. I was surprised they gave him number 2. I was like, wow.
Yes.
I didn't know you guys were like that with me.
Bret Hart, known for his many stellar matches at SummerSlam and wins, has 4 spots on this list.
That boy loves the summer. Yeah, that's
I,
top 25 SummerSlam matches of all
yes,
time. Greg, do you
I'm
agree?
I'm I'm also looking forward, by the way, to a SummerSlam Bret Hart Punk gear because that's what Punk does.
For the world championship, he has to. What was Bret Hart wearing in '97?
Uh,
I mean, it was probably pink and black, so it doesn't really
I mean,
matter.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what you want from that answer. Do you want the exact tone? You can play out.
Yeah, some more masturbatory Bret Hart references, huh? No, but
Oh man, uh, Jared, we don't have Seth here just fucking spitting Gunther's face.
it's gonna be a great weekend, though. I'm sure. It's gonna be long. WWE for some reason doing 6 hours worth of pre-show content, 3 hours on each
Oh
day,
God, you fucking sick bastards!
and then a 5-hour
There are
show.
easier ways to pay these people.
So it's about 16 hours worth of WWE content
Mm-hmm.
this weekend. But no interest in watching all of that. But I will watch the pay-per-views.
Yes, it is SummerSlam after all.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I can't wait. I'm sure Greg will have more fun than all of us being in the building. And if it goes bad, we'll laugh. We'll laugh at Greg. We'll laugh at Greg, how'd you feel being there for 3 days of hot garbage?
I feel like it was still probably better than having to be there for WrestleMania 35.
That was fun. Hey, that was long. Long. The being there long wasn't the worst part of that. It was being there to see Kurt Angle fight Baron fucking Corbin for his final
Oh
WrestleMania
jeez.
match. Having
I
to say
feel
that this is the first time I've ever seen Kurt Angle wrestle in person. Since that, it was that.
I think I mostly feel bad for that comment he made about like it feels like they wasted it because they never made Baron Corbin somebody.
That is pretty fucked up. Imagine being Baron Corbin. You just gotta agree. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right. They didn't do nothing with me. They didn't do shit. You're right, Kurt.
Bishop Dyer.
Bishop Dyer, who's really just go on a Japan run. Just go get better. Just go be good.
Mm,
He's in MLW, right? He's like wrestling with Dijak in a tag team.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
He's also accruing jujitsu medals.
I guess he was a boxer, wasn't he? He was Golden Gloves or some shit like that. They used to
I
put
think
over
so.
on
Yes.
commentary. Thank you, Michael Cole, for that.
I think so. Yes. Although at the same time, they also talked about CM Punk's Muay Thai acumen, and I am skeptical.
Because he used to twist his hands. You see the way he twisting his hands? Woo! You know he's gonna fuck something up.
Which, by the way, is a Vandalay Silver thing, who was a Muay Thai guy.
Yeah, he stole that. That's why I know. Look at him. Look at him twist his hands. You know he's gonna do some twisty shit. That anaconda vice, such Muay Thai.
No, he did say jujitsu too back then.
Such jujitsu.
Which kind of yes.
Yes, yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
It is a hold you can use in jujitsu. It is incredibly difficult and complex.
Could you imagine what situation, real life, you have to be in to set that up? That other person that you're fighting has to be a complete novice.
I've done it, and yes, you'd have to do it to rookies.
You're fighting a baby. That's not fair.
Most people will not let themselves get their hands latched behind their head.
How did you get it this high? Where was I? What was I doing? No, it's a Muay Thai champion right there. No. Anyway, shit. Listen, this past month there has been a fucking flood of superhero stuff. We get the fucking Superman show, the Superman movie. I had to do the fucking Fantastic Four movie, which means you got to read the stuff that inspires the movie so that we can talk about it on major issues. So for the past 4 weeks, I have been all over the place. So you could go check out the last 4 episodes of Major Issues. We did All Star Superman, and
Never has
before
his voice been heard so much.
they love me. If you love Superman, we did cover All Star Superman, the greatest Superman story of all time. Go check
sure
that
did.
out. We reviewed the Superman movie. Greg was there. We reviewed Fantastic Four's Galactus story, the original first appearance of Galactus. We reviewed Franklin Richards' birth in comics. And then we reviewed the Fantastic Four film just last night. All of
You sure
that
did.
is available on
How was
Major
that?
Issues. The movie was great.
The review, the cast.
The podcast was even better. I get to sit there and
Hey.
talk with the gang about this show, about this movie. It was a great movie. It was fun to talk about. I almost tore it apart though. It didn't live up to my expectations as far as it could have, but you know, it was still great. I'm
Not as
happy
much
that
as
it
some
exists.
people's.
It was no Superman, I'll tell you that. But that's okay. That's okay. We can't all
Yes,
be
I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am.
we can't all be Superman.
We try.
That's the
And
point.
that's the point.
That's really the point. Listen, thank you all for joining us. Dershi Radio is live all the time. You can check us out this fucking weekend. SummerSlam, pay-per-view, post shows,
coming.
night 1, night 2. We'll be there.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. I
will do my best to
actually.
provide on-site footage, pictures,
Hopefully,
not footage.
Greg can get us some footage, some pictures, something. But